Right, you lovely lot, we're back. It's MLS time. Welcome to the show. The Philadelphia Union about to start off their new campaign. They're, of course, coming on the back of what was almost the most glorious story imaginable. An extra time winner against the New York Red Bulls sent them to their first ever playoff win, but it just wasn't to be. But this time around, though, they're hoping for something different, and that journey starts right here today. So fingers crossed they can cook up something special. If you're in the chat, guys, welcome. The game will officially kick off in around 26 minutes or so. So it just gives us time to talk about the team, to set the stage, to look at what may be on the horizon for this team this season. I mean, there hasn't been an overwhelming amount of changing. The biggest move they've made, as we established in podcasts recently, was just that the team have been able to narrow down some of those big guys. Like we talk about Montero, for instance, being able to keep him around after it was uncertain what his future would be. And more importantly, just showing up that defense. And talking of it, you look at the back four. The big question mark, I think, this evening is going to be what's going to happen at left back. They're missing Kai Wagner. He's missed most of the preseason. And it's going to be Matt Real, who is capable. He's one of the younger guys to come in and try and make an impact, to be lining up alongside Mark McKenzie. It's going to be interesting, but I think that will be the one spot to watch early on. So again, we've got kickoff in around 26 minutes time. If you're new to soccer, if you're new to the Union, welcome. We're going to hopefully have a lot of fun this evening. Excuse the voice. For those of you that haven't know, I've been away for the last couple of days. Although I did sneak out a video. I was meant to take a little bit of a holiday. That didn't happen, and I still ended up making a video and putting out loads of articles. So we're back on the full-time grind now, though. My voice has gone a little bit, unfortunately, but I'm sure we'll be able to power through it with a nice Red Bull as well. What's up, Matt? How you doing, man? Thank you for tuning into the stream. Hopefully we're going to have a blast along the way. I'm excited. Like, I genuinely think that this is going to be one of the more exciting things we do. Very much like a trial to see as well if this sort of thing would work with the NFL. We know we did the preseason watchalongs and you guys loved them for the Eagles. I think the big thing now is going to be, can we do it across all sports? Like if we did a Sixers one, if we did a Union one, a Phillies one, a Flyers one, like who's watching? Do you enjoy them? What's good? What's bad? Like we're just trying to gauge what we can do with this channel to best suit you guys, essentially. So the more of you that come in and leave likes and share links around and watch with your buddies, the better, because it tells us that we're doing something right. And we're just going to sit down, hopefully enjoy a nice game of soccer. I need it, not going to lie, after the football team I support, Charlton Athletic, they got demolished earlier today for it. We won't talk about that, we won't talk about it, and we hope that the Philadelphia Union can get off to a better start. Now, what's interesting is that Dallas are actually the favourites going into this game in quite some way. So if you're going to bet it, as of right now, FC Dallas are about odds on evens favourites. The Union at 11-4. So what that equates to in the American side of things, I couldn't tell you. It'll be around maybe like 4.0 or something, like I don't know, something around that. But the further you go down, they're expecting to be goals. So the over 2.5 goals looks to be the play. Obviously going to be an interesting year for Andre Blake. He came under some criticism towards the end of last year. Geordie comes in, hey man, how you doing? I know you would miss the stream. Says, I'm here to make sure Liam doesn't rate someone to a draft. Yeah, it gets messy. PSN After Dark, you know that. You know what goes down in PSN After Dark. It's the way the cookie crumbles. So just out of interest, like, how many of you guys are going to be watching the game like on the Union website? Because I know that's something new they're doing this year, where you can actually stream the game on the team's official website. So if you're watching it that way, that's amazing. I can't do it that way. I've got to go through a bookie and watch it on the bookie website. Gonna win it all this season. Go. That's the energy we need, Big Moose. That's the energy. Alright, let's get some predictions in, and what we'll do is as soon as the views get to like 10, we'll start giving away things and trying to have a little bit of fun with this as well. But I'm optimistic. Like, I think this is a good test. Like, if we try and have what I'll do is I'll try and get the schedule up in a minute. We can have a look and break down like opponent by opponent. So yeah, I think that overall this should be a promising campaign. They should at least get to the playoffs. Like, this has to be the expectation for this team now. Like, it simply does have to be because of what they achieved last time. Like, this is the first season in the Union's history where playoffs are an expectation now. It's no longer, it'd be great if they could, and it'd be the first time in 10 years or whatever. Like, Kirchen's proved he can get there and do it. Now he's got to repeat it and sustain it. And with the team he's got, I think he's got the right pieces. I think the player I'm most excited about is definitely Aronson. He's only 19 years old, was an absolute... you couldn't handle him last year. He was a menace on the football and made some really exciting moves. A couple of nice goals to his name as well. And he's just got that Again, for lack of a better comparison to a Charlton player, or former Charlton player, would be Conor Gallagher, who is currently on loan at Swansea, plays for Chelsea. Just that flair, it's the little things he does that just often go under the radar with Aaronson and the vision that he has. So I'm excited to see what he can do. But we're going to be, it's anxiety building. Like, you love to see a home opener be the first game of the season. We don't have that. The Union on the road in Dallas. So we'll see what they can do. But I'd like to think at least they come out with a win. I haven't bet any money on it. I'm not that confident just yet. But what are you guys saying? Let's go score predictions. All right, let's get them in. Flyers looking really good, says Big Moose. Love the chemistry those young guys have. Absolutely. And I think it's a credit to Vigneault's coaching as well, and almost the stabilisers that he's put in. But I think alongside with that, it's knowing that he's got a track record of when he first joins teams, getting them into the postseason. You look at a name like Kevin Hayes, who maybe isn't the most statistically productive player on the ice, but the impact he has on guys like slightly lower down the roster or younger guys coming through is unbelievable. And he's become that mentor, that leader. $1 Million Soup says Elliott over Cravat. Alright, see, now we're talking in. I agree. I think at this point, though, they want Craval in that DM role just for the first game. Like, it's interesting to see them go with that shape. I was interested to see whether or not they'd go with wingers and then maybe look at moving someone like Santos to the wing, putting Ilsinho on the other side if he was available, having Montero as a cam. Instead, to me, that shows a lot of faith in Brandon Aaronson. Like, off the bat, that shows a lot of faith in that young man. And I'm excited for it. Now, I'm just trying to work out why this stream is going a little bit crazy. So sorry if the quality is ups and down. I'm trying to work out why that is. It's $1 Million Soup says 2-0 Union. Which, let's not forget, though, there are some good players that are on that FC Dallas team, and they can't really be overlooked. And what I'll do is I'll do one further. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to get some stats up here. Big Moo says 2-1 Union. Let me just try and find this. Hold on. Right, I'm going to find... so basically, as you all know, I play DraftKings. I'm a DraftKings guy. Nice thing about DraftKings for soccer is it does give you a really nice insight. As opposed to just the NBA where it's like form and that's it. It does give you nice insight into the players that are available. So if we go into what some of those FC Dallas players did last year... where are we in this game? Give me 2 moments. See, I'm getting there. We're learning. This is on the cuff. I didn't have that much time to prep all the stats and stuff. So if we go, for instance, Barrios, right? So last year, 33 appearances, 5 goals, 16 assists. That's going to be a lot. Now, let me just see what formation. I should have had the FC Dallas team lineup here, because if he's playing on that side against Real, that's a definite weakness. So we just go on FC Dallas's Twitter, and I'll be able to let you know roughly what sort of shape we're looking at here. They've not put it. Have they put it out? They must have put it out. Lineup's always got an earlier before, right? Oh, there we go. Right, okay. So, okay. So it is, yes. So Barrios is going to be matched up against Real. So Matt Real's going to have a very busy day at the office trying to keep that man quiet. Obviously, you've got Tessman in behind. You've got Farfar, okay, former Union player. He's now making his, return to the Union. He's playing his former team. It's a tricky side. I think FC Dallas have always been a tricky side. They're always in and around sort of the genetic makeup of the playoffs and stuff. So, I don't know. It won't be a walk in the park by any means, but it should at least be an intriguing matchup. But Michael Barrios has to be the guy they take a look at. And just to put it into context, so in terms of if you were to bet players to score any time, Shabilko is 8-5. Leading the way, though, is Ondrasek at 5-4. So pretty much evens to score. So if you're a betting man and you fancy having a little flutter, it looks like there's just going to be a fair amount of goals in this game. Which I think goes, again, directly back to Andre Blake, who we spoke now in his podcast recently, where he's 29 years old now, coming into a big year. There was that initial burst, I think, when he first came onto the scene. I said in the last podcast where, for me personally, I think it was maybe 2015, 2016 that I first really took notice. Oh my God, okay, this guy's got something. He's special. And since then, there have been a couple of injuries, a couple of setbacks. You've got Matt Freese underneath now. So it's a big year for Andre Blake. He has to get off to a hot start as well. Big moves. He's going straight in on the Eagles. So I'm salivating about the possibility of Henry Ruggs on the Eagles next season. And do you know what? I would love it. I think that there is a possibility that he slips. And that was always, I think, bound to happen because the way the combine goes, where stocks rise and fall so quickly, you're always going to get a name or two that just sort of fly around. So who knows? Maybe, just maybe, we see something a little bit out of the ordinary. Like, just look at last year. Like, no one expected Daniel Jones to go number 6. No one expected Metcalf to slip down to where he did. There are always players that slip and slide, some without reason. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson was a personal draft crush of mine. Thought he'd be available in the end of the first round, maybe start of the second. Day 3, still on the board. You never know as to what's going on behind the scenes with some of these players or what may actually impact their draft stock. So what would I trade to move up? It depends. I think trading up is going to be difficult this year purely because of the quarterbacks. Like, you can very easily end up with 5 first-round quarterbacks at a push. Obviously, you go Burrow, Tua, Herbert. Maybe you want to put Fields and Hurts in there. Like, you're looking at 5 guys who, if they have very strong pro days, could end up getting themselves into a situation where a team, maybe in those teens, will want to just shift up a couple of spots. It's going to make life tricky for the Eagles. Like, you just look at 2017 when you had some of the, well, I say the biggest. You had Trubisky around and Pat Mahomes. Like, it's those guys where it was that weird quarterback class where Pat Mahomes slips all the way down. What's up? A bite of life. I'm doing good, my man. My voice is not, but I'm doing good. I hope you are as well. Thank you for tuning in to the stream. I'm just going to pump the link out on the Discord server. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a common consensus, Jordy, that a lot of people want to see these draft picks remain. But there is a lot of mid-round ammo. It's a bit counterintuitive to say mid-round ammo, team want to get younger, so let's trade away the picks and get someone better. The counter-argument I guess you can make, though, is that obviously, at the end of the day, the Eagles haven't been the best team at developing drafted players. We're now seeing, even to a degree, where we've got JJ Arcega-Whiteside, we've got Andre Dillard coming under questions. Now, I don't agree with that. I think a lot of the Dillard slander coming out at the minute is odd, considering most of the stats people quote where it's like, oh, he gave up 4 sacks and this, that, and the other. Most of them came in that Seattle game where he was playing at right tackle. He wasn't playing left. He's only ever played left tackle in his life, and they moved him to the right for some reason in one game. And it just backfired massively, and they pulled him out and they put Whiteside or Prior. So I think a lot of that's unwarranted. I think Dillard should still be around. If they come in to the end of season press conference and they say, hey, we need to stop being so emotionally attached to players, and then they go out and they keep JP another year and deprive Dillard of that starting role, or at least the opportunity to earn it, and they don't make it a competition, that's a problem. If, however, they're like, right, it's open season, whoever's the best man wins, I'm all for that. Like, JP's a great leader. He can help develop those younger talents. We've seen it with Whiteside. We've seen it with some of the other guys before. And there's no reason we couldn't see that with Dillard as well. If we don't trade up, I'll take Justin Jefferson at 21. I like it. I think Philly might go a bit mad if they get another slot receiver in the first round after how Aguilar panned out. I don't know. I like Jefferson. For me, it's weird. The Combine did some weird things to draft stocks, didn't it? Like, we saw some names fly down that we didn't really expect. We like Chanot. Everyone was like, oh, that's the guy. And now there's been a bit of an injury setback, and he's suddenly not the guy. Denzel Mims, everyone's now saying is a first rounder. I think he's still too raw. He's a great route runner. His catch radius is probably the best in this class, and that's no, I guess easy thing to say. Like, the guy's an absolute machine. The problem is, I think he is a very fixed mold in this particular offense, right? It's a wide receiver one. It's on the outside. You've got someone built similar in, obviously, JJ Arcega-Whiteside. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to go and get Mims, who is maybe just as raw, someone that doesn't sink his hips into routes as much as he'd like, while he's got a vicious kind of head fake and his shoulders are square and he can block and he's got a lot of aggression. The actual cuts and kind of bursting back out of them, it's not ideal just yet. And that's something where Jalen Reagor's now come under criticism for. Although I don't buy that, because on tape it's a total opposite. And you see Jalen Reagor is twitchy as anything in those cuts. So it's odd. I don't know. I think there's a total open season at wide receiver right now. So what I'm going to do, I think, is a series over the next few weeks, going receiver by receiver, grading them on a scale of what the Eagles need. So we're talking versatility, catch radius, and the basic scouting principles that you look at. Which is going to be, can you get off the line? Can you stay on the stem through contact? Can you separate from the stem? How's the catch radius? Do you adjust to the quarterback? All these things to come up with a nice LJ grade, or like pro LJ focus. And we'll try and work out what the Eagles should do, who the best receiver is. Because there are so many names and so many people are drawn in different areas. Like Brandon Ayuk, laid an egg at the combine. And, well, he didn't lay an egg. I mean, his actual drills are very good, where he's like having to catch the ball and run. The athletic testing was just flatline. You then got Antonio Gandy-Golden, who everyone was salivating over at the Senior Bowl, because he's a small school guy making ridiculous catches, and if it's a fairy tale narrative, gets to the combine, massively underwhelming. And it's like, there are so many rapid fire or knee-jerk reactions. I don't know, man. It's going to be an interesting couple months. Hey, B-Cam. I was calling B-Cam, my bad. Brian Cameron, of course, one of our featured Eagles writers at Philly Sports Network, our leader, along with Chris Infante. So if you're not getting your Eagles news from phillysportsnetwork.com, I don't know what you're doing, really. But welcome to the channel. I hope you're having a nice evening. So I'm just going to get this link in the Discord. Give me 2 seconds, guys. If you see, I'm typing out loud, right? Bang, bang, that's him. We're off. Chase Claypool has a similar build. Yeah, I saw that. I mean, Claypool did himself a lot of favours in the way that he proved he wasn't just a guy that's going to be limited to a big slot role or potential tight end role or something like that. Like, he can play outside. He's got the athletic traits to hold his own outside. I think he's going to be a menace at the next level. I want to do some more film grinding on him for sure. Like, I've definitely not done enough on Claypool other than the games that we've watched on stream together. Do you think you'll be able to get KJ Hamlet in the second round? Do you know, it's so weird with these receivers, because they could, the second a run starts, right, the second Lamb goes, how desperate is the next guy to get Ruggs or Judy? That's the real question. And you see it at every position. I always go back to 2017 when the Eagles could have got Dalvin Cook, and all of a sudden it just snowballed and snowballed and snowballed and snowballed and snowballed. Like, I think 53 would be a bit hard. I think he's probably going to go maybe 40-ish, around 30, like mid-second round. I can't see him sticking on there for too long. But it depends on that run. Like, if that run comes later and you see trade up for quarterback, teams that may be on the edge of needing a quarterback, who aren't set with a franchise guy, fancy a guy like Jalen or fancy a Justin Fields. Like, you never know. So it can happen quickly. It happens often. I think the problem is, though, that we have to acknowledge is that this is a very, 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 very deep class. Okay, which is I love the way that this is going into a total Eagles discussion. So I'm really sorry about that. But it's a very deep class, and there's two mindsets of looking at it. You've got one where it's the Eagles absolutely cannot afford to mess up. They have to get the best talent available. It's got to be done. Got to be that guy. That's my guy. It's Henry Ruggs. It's CeeDee Lamb. It's whoever. That's wonderful. But you can also acknowledge and say, right, well, they still need a linebacker. Patrick Queen might be around at 21. What if a defensive tackle? What if a defensive end? Who you can all make arguments for. Like, if you give me a position, I can sit here and make an argument outside of quarterback, running back, tight end, offensive tackle. Maybe. The rest of them, you can probably at least make a convincing argument to, go get a guy. Like safety, corner, wide receiver, offensive guard to get a franchise guy. I'm saying, like, do you know what I mean? Like, there are so many options. We know how he thinks. I had them taking a defensive end in my first mock draft, and I got absolutely slaughtered for it. But I just think that that's how he thinks. It's like, you look at that defensive end position right now. Brandon Graham's coming off a great year, not getting any younger. Did we see enough from Josh Sweat? Did we see enough from Vinny Curry to bring him back? Did we see anything from Sharif Miller? Did we see anything from some of the other guys? There aren't any. It's a really underdeveloped group. Like Derek Barnett, the one guy I missed there intentionally. Like, I mean, he's now in a situation where we're like, all right, guys, do we fifth-year option Barnett and risk paying him that sort of money? Like, is that the route we're going? Has Barnett shown enough? And it's interesting, isn't it, that those first 3 years, you can look at Derek Barnett and say, he's young, it's his first couple of years, he's injured, he makes splash plays and then disappears, but the splash plays are really good, so it's all right. And then you get to year 4, and you're like, has anything changed? Like, now it's easy to look at him and be like, yeah, forgive him, let's not do the Brandon Graham, let's give him time to grow, time to develop pass rush moves, all this stuff, but in reality, when you look at that bigger picture and you're forced to pay maybe $8-9 million to put that fifth-year option on, how confident are you? $9 million confident in Derek Barnett for a whole year? Because if you're not, that's where you bring the next guy. If you're not confident in Sharif Miller, if you're not confident in Josh Sweat, that's your whole defensive end depth chart gone. pretty much, right, within the next 3 years. So they've got to get someone, and that's why in my mock I went straight up and was like, yo, if Ruggs is gone, if there are no receivers that they like on the board at that point, just drop back. Just drop back. Maybe go back 2 spots. Pick up someone like Gross Matos, who's off the edge. Who, for me, the reason I picked him was genuinely in that mod draft that every time I tried to talk to Sharif Miller, I got drawn to him. It's sort of like if you're on a date with someone and someone really fit walks past and you're like, ooh. And like the girl's like, hey, oh yeah, sorry, yeah. You just keep staring at the other end like, ooh. That's what it was like. You cannot take your eyes off that guy. And that's why I was like, I think that's the perfect fit for this team. Whether it happens or not, I don't know. Whether they move up, down, it's anybody's guess. I would love for them to go after Byron Jones' big moves. I would love for it. And I swear, if anyone in this chat puts, but he's got no interceptions, right, they're getting kicked, okay? I'm not standing for it because the people that say Byron Jones has 0 interceptions in 2 years are the guys that realistically, and I know this is a sweeping generalisation, will open Twitter, see the Eagles are interested in Byron Jones, Google him, and look at the base stat line. And all they see is tackles, couple passes, defence, nothing else. They're like, why we pay for him? Why is he suddenly the best corner in the free agent class? Because no one throws his way. Because when he does, he is so quick in his movements that he takes away a receiver from the game. Like, that's what you're getting. And it's so absurd that if you're going to quote, stats, at least go watch a highlight tape. Or at the very least, at the most, I try and give every player a 3-game rule. I'll go watch 3 random. I try and do best game, mid game, worst game. So I find the statistically best, statistically bang average, statistically where the hell happened there. I'll try and get a gauge on them just to try and see like what if there are any correlations, any that aren't. And that's my motive when I look at players. And when you look at Byron Jones, you take 3 games at him and you are gushing. Because all he does is genuinely take away any talent in front of him. Mike Evans, Mike Thomas, anyone else called Mike. Like, it doesn't matter. The guy is just the perfect fit at corner for this scheme. Because he's a zone corner that is used to playing man coverage. He's used to playing... I said press coverage, sorry, not man. So he's a zone corner perennially, but is comfortable at the line of scrimmage. He can hold his own, he's physical, but what he does best is that he just lets guys run at him. Robbie Anderson was another one. He had a fantastic play against Robbie Anderson, and maybe week 7 against the Jets, I may be wrong. But a fantastic play, because he will let speedsters run at him. And you look back at last year, how many plays with the Eagles in a cover 1 or a cover 3, they had a safety bite down on a buzz, and the corner is playing outside leverage, and you just got a Terry McLaurin go, pshung, Amari Cooper going, pshung. Basically, any receiver ever going, pshung. Like, it didn't matter because the coverage wasn't there. You either have a guy that is shading outside that doesn't have the speed to get deep and the safety comes down, or the safety gets up and the corner's not good enough around the ball to make a play. Byron Jones ticks both boxes. Like, that, to me, is the dream fit. I would love James Bradbury. Logan Ryan, I like. I just think, I don't want to say the age thing, but after the year he had in Tennessee, I can't see them letting him go. Like, he's going to want a big bag. I don't know. I love him, but it's a bit unrealistic for me. I think he's definitely up there and money is going to be a bit higher. The trading for Slay, I don't get because you're giving up assets. I don't want to spoil a video I'm working on, but I started it before I took a few days off. I'm finishing it, I want to say Tuesday, where it's basically Darius Slay versus Byron Jones. Who should the Eagles get and why? Because the way you look at it is you're giving up assets to trade for a player who isn't the best schematic fit, but is wildly productive around the ball. So to the casual fan, Darius Slay is, he's over here, he's over there, he's batting balls around, he's amazing, look at him go, he's a 4-time Pro Bowler, and in 2017 he had 97 interceptions and 12,000 pass breakups. Then they look at Byron Jones and they're not interested. But if you look at the tape and you say that, well, it's great that Darius Slay is having all these big plays, but that defense is still ranking in the bottom of the league. In fact, it's ranked in the bottom of the league in each of the last 4 years. It's not like he's single-handedly making it better. All those big plays are really, in essence, for nothing, for a myriad of reasons, whether it's offensive inefficiencies or a lack of pass rush or whatever. So, I don't know. I wouldn't be against Slate. Like, it's not like I dislike the player. I just dislike giving up substantial capital to get him for a year, then have to re-extend him knowing he wants to be paid like the top corner in the league. But guys, it is nearly MLS time, so what I'm going to do is take a quick break, get a Red Bull because I don't have one. I need to get my my stream going so I can see what's going on. And then we're going to talk Union because it's about to start. You can see I did the little live timings over there. No, that way. Look at that. See, I'm good at that. Maybe stick around. Again, if you go to PhiladelphiaUnion.com, you can watch the game. So I know they're showing it for free to anyone around the Philadelphia area. So what we're going to do is take a quick wee break and we'll be right back. Here we go. We're here, boys. We're here. If there are any ladies watching, then boys and ladies as well. But, it's going to get saucy. It's going to get fun. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm genuinely really excited for this. It's something I've wanted to do for such a long time. I love watch-alongs. I think the preseason stuff worked well. The only reason I didn't do it for the NFL regular season was because I know you guys all have, like, rituals, right? Some of you tailgate, some of you go with your family, some of you go with your friends or your girlfriend or to the bar. Like, I don't want to get in the way of that. Like, I know how big a deal culturally it is over there. I think the beauty with the Union is that, especially with a road game, that you end up watching it in different avenues, or it's a bit harder to watch it. So we've got a bit more freedom to bring you content in new ways, and hopefully that's what we're going to be doing. So again, if you're new, stick around, subscribe, that'd be amazing. You can see on the right, that side, that's how the team are lining up today. It's a 4-1-2-1-2 formation. Jabilko having some help up front. Now, the way I'd see this personally, just judging off of what Jabilko did last year, was he's going to probably be that holding forward kind of player. Just sit on the edge of the defense, hold up the play, and allow Santos, who is so much quicker, much more elusive. He's the playmaker. Jabilko's your target man. That's the guy you want on headers. That's the guy you want at that back post for a tap-in. He's someone that's going to hold up the play and play through someone like Aronson. But it's going to be an interesting dynamic. Like, I'm very intrigued to see how this pans out. So, as the game draws ever nearer, again, what are your predictions, guys? Let us know. There's plenty more content, man. I promise you, we've got plenty more content coming, $1 Million Soup. We'll see. I'll see how much we can kick in. But I'm very confident that we're going to have like, at least one of these for every game. That's the aim anyway. So I'm just waiting for my stream to pick up. So I'm having to view it from a literal betting website that's showing the game, because we're not carrying it. I can't see it in Philadelphia, you see. So, oh, is that one working? There we go. All right, so we'll see. It's getting there. But nerves are building. I've got my Red Bull. Happy Saturday evening. And this is how we're going to spend our days until the summer when the Euros are on. In which case, we're all England, right? That's the rule. If you're on this channel and the Euros are on, we're all England fans when it's Euro 2020. And we're all day drinking. And we're all watching us go crashing out of the group stage, right? That's the tea. That's what we're doing. But genuinely, like, I'm stoked for this. I think the Union have got a real chance as long as Matt Real doesn't get tested too much against Barrios. I think that's going to be the key to this game. Knowing that Kai Wagner, like, he hasn't played in preseason. There's been no real update on his injury. Like, we really don't know. Matt McLean, who I know is very embedded with the team, our writer here at PSN, was unable to unearth anything, really, over the last few weeks. So, I don't know. It's going to be fun. But I just don't want to see him get attacked. It's a good chance for Real, but it's also a bit worrying that we still haven't had firm, I guess, clarity on what's going on with Wagner. Like, he was a big piece last year. You'd like to see him, return in that same vein again. So, minutes are counting down. I mean, I'm guessing they're on the pitch. Oh, are we in? Oh, I've just hit the wrong button. Never mind. I'm just refreshing the stream constantly until it kicks in because... Oh, come on. It just says it's not started on mine. Anticipation's building, though. How you doing, Mike? Nice to see you in the chat, man. Thank you for stopping by. Ooh, it's raining really bad outside. Hopefully it's not like that in it. I'm guessing it'll be sunny in America, right? It's always sunny in America. That's how you guys do it over there. Oh, I'm genuinely excited though. This is going to be a wild ride. Let's just hope the Union can secure a dub. If they can pick up and ride confidence, they'll be fine. Like, especially when you look at their upcoming fixtures, like that'll be fine. I don't doubt it. So we did a season prediction article on phillysportsnetwork.com. And I had them going to the conference semi-finals and losing to Atlanta. So, not to tempt fate, not to put any kind of expectation or anything like that, but I'm on edge. I think that it should be a reason for optimism for the Union. We know they've got a team capable of making it into the big dance. And realistically, you get, 7th place and you can sneak in despite being one of the worst teams in the league. So, you can easily see a 3-4 seed at minimum. We know Atlanta are the absolute powerhouses on that side of things. So NYCFC are always a pest. There are several teams though that I think have probably taken steps back. I think Montreal are definitely one of them. We know they've got Thierry Henry as their coach now, but player wise, they did lose a lot of firepower over the last couple of years, and I don't exactly know how much they've got to work with over there. So I'm just going to retweet this a couple more times. That rain could not be more inconsiderate. I don't know if you've heard that or not. I still said the event's not started online. I really hope I get this streak. Yeah, just as the event's... Is it up for you? What's the Union website? I'm really interested to see how the Union website goes. Because... Is it the same coverage they're showing on TV? Or is it different cameras? LJ's... Oh, for God's sake, no. Damn it. Why? Why is the burner account here? Get it away! Where's game? Do they do anthems for MLS games? I don't know. The burner account is back. Oh, I don't know. Who's actually... I want to know. Like, I can't even click the account. I just want to know who's running the burner account. Oh, damn it. Come on, Union. Still nothing. We're waiting in the dark. I'll paint a scene of what I think's happening, which is national anthems and a lot of build-up that probably is like, it takes a while. That's a lot of show. Right, let's see. Hang on. So an update in the San Jose game. I'll give you that while we're waiting. So San Jose 0, Toronto 0 as things stand. 24 minutes in, and the Earthquakes have just had a really good opportunity. Almost a goal. Was that Wondolowski? No, it wasn't Wondolowski. That was way too young to be Wondolowski. So Lima on the outside, almost just... Curve went in from the edge of the box. Would have been a bit spicy, to say the least. I'll try and bring you as much updates as I can throughout the afternoon. The Union game, meanwhile... Oh, we've got coverage! Right! Someone just did a worldie of a free kick then. On a highlight. Now we've got David Beckham on the screen. Is it just basic MLS intro? Sounders are on the screen now. Yeah, I think this is... We're getting there, lads. We're coming in. I don't know why they're showing Wayne Rooney, who was there for about a month and then went to sit on Derby's bench for a while, and I don't know. That's a weird one, isn't it? 25 years of the MLS. That's literally... I would have been... It's also 25 years of LJ this year, so we've got someone in common. And the coverage is now showing us that Dallas is, in fact, in case you didn't know, in Texas. So I'm glad we're aware of that. Hey Liam, I'm not a soccer fan, but how good is Philly soccer? Justin, thanks for tuning in. Right, Justin, you, my friend, are the exact type of person this stream is made for. Like, it will be amazing to help create soccer fans out of a community and to have like an event we can all come together and watch. So if you go to PhiladelphiaUnion.com, they've got the game on if you're based in Philadelphia. If not, I think PHL 17 is showing it. If not, websites I shall not mention are showing it. But I mean, last year they've been in a team now for over 10 years. They made the playoffs for the first time last year and got through the first round with a 108th minute winner. So it went to extra time and they got a cheeky goal to beat the New York Red Bulls. They're like their bitter nemesis. So it's probably the most exciting time. Like, if you're going to start following the Union, then this is the best time to do it because it's exciting, it's fun. I love the MLS personally. I think it's really competitive. Like, obviously being British and exposed to the Premier League and the Championship, it was League One when Charlton were in it. But, yeah, like, you see a different type of football here. Like, this is very reminiscent of what I watch Championship to League One level. But the way the rules are, the way that it tries to take money out of the game to some extent, where obviously you've got a salary cap, you've got designated players, you've got a draft, it encourages youth development. I love that. Like the guy I'm watching here, Justin, so if you've got a stream for the game, number 22, he's playing centre attacking mid, Brendan Aronson. He's only 19 years old and he had one hell of a year last season. So we're about to get underway, boys. The Philadelphia Union season starts right now. I could not be more excited about this, and fingers crossed we are treated to a classic. There's Barrios, that's the man that we need to watch out for. He's going to be giving Real fits today, I'm pretty sure, just with that burst of pace he has down the side. I'm just going to try and tweet this link out one more time because, you know, we're on brand, alright? We've got to be ready. Let me quickly grab this. See, I'm multitasking. This is why I need a social media person. So we're in Dallas. We're in enemy territory. The game is officially underway. I'm just trying to... Hang on, give me 2 seconds. So, do we have audio with commentary or not? Let me see if I can find out. Right, there's no commentary, which means I should be able to play the audio and get away with it. Just to add some atmosphere into the game. It's only been 20 seconds so far, so nothing, you know, nothing too expecting. Foul already. That's a bit... Whoa, hey, it's not lying. It's a bit rough there. They're chanting FC. Right, that's the thing. I mean, all the chants are just to the same beat, aren't they? No, 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 no. You wear off. Shake it up a bit. Have a bit of twist and shout in there. So Bedoya's going to be wearing the armband, rightfully so. And the Union have got a nice free kick early on. Nothing too dangerous. Maybe 35 yards out. And it's promptly dealt with by FC Dallas, and the Union forced to retreat into their own territory, playing the ball back to Andre Blake. And now we're just going to tweet this. Jobs are good, and bang, we're here. So, Union have definitely looked to have some, I guess, attacking flair. Aronson's first touch of the ball goes out for a throw, and he tried to lay a pass through on that right-hand side. I mean, it looks... Again, I know it's very, very early on, but if you look at the shape of this team, I mean, Bedoya was drifting out a little bit. You had Chabalko kind of just up ahead of him. It's like they're trying to play a bit wider. Like, it's not as narrow as I guess it would be suggested in a normal 4-1-2-1-2. Oh, and a shot for the Union, but it's blocked by their own player. Couldn't quite get a look on who that was. I think like Warren Craval was the man that got the shot off, and the ref is... called something. So Craval's shot, yeah, it's a handball. So he's hit Aronson, essentially, with his own ball, which is good. So he's gone to curl. That's not something you see Craval do. Craval, typically a defensive player. You know, like your holding midfielder. Not someone that's going to get involved in a lot of creative opportunities. But he was willing to let one rip then. And we'll see how Jim Curtin just, you know, laying the ball off. Gaddis, long-time Philadelphia Union member now. We'll see how he can do in today's matchup. But so far, it's looking... I mean, I know we're 2 minutes in. It's early to judge, I'm sure. But it's looking fairly decent. I mean, the Union have got off to the better of the two teams. If you're not watching, guys, I'll try and keep you as updated as I can. If you are, let me know your thoughts on everything in the comments as the game goes along. If you're not subscribed, that would be amazing if you could. If not, don't worry about it. Just enjoy the show. FC Dallas now, it's Barrios already trying to give Real a run for his money. Drawing him inside. McKenzie a little bit sloppy on the tackle there. It's played through. And was that offside? I think the refs called it. Yeah, offside. Good call. Nice vision. I mean, you can't exactly harp at that. Union caught off guard there for sure. They really want to get that Ondrasek involved. Jeff, nice to see you, my man. Thank you for tuning in, buddy. I would love to see Aronson for a first Union goal. That would be amazing. I would definitely get an Aronson shirt. I've still not been able to get one because I was away this week. So I'll have a Union shirt ready for this time next week. Oh, that might be is that a card? Maybe a bit of a late challenge it looked like. But no, nothing given. Nothing given just yet, so we're all good. So it's been a fairly, I wouldn't say end-to-end start to the game, but it's been enough of a back and forth, at least to give both teams some nerves, keep them on their toes. Aronson tries to play through Jabilko, but very quickly cut out, and definitely cut out by the FC Dallas team. Union trying to be who's my English squad? Charlton Athletic, who got absolutely hammered by Huddersfield today. And as I say that, FC Dallas trying to get something through. Opportunity, great bit of defending there from Glesson. Tim's in, nice to see you, Tim. How you doing, man? But yeah, Charlton didn't go too well today, $1 million soup. It's been an interesting year or so for him, for sure. So Union just trying to rid the danger now after a shaky couple of attacks from FC Dallas. Just showing them that there is a little bit of speed on the wings that they've got to be wary of. And again, without Wagner, you've got to assume that maybe, just maybe, the Union need to play it a bit more cautiously. Only time will tell. What I want to try and do is get stats up on another screen. See, I'm always going in, right? I'm trying to find... Give me 2 seconds. I've got an idea to try and get some stats in. Is there a match centre on MLS? Yeah, there must be. I'll get it sorted. Don't you worry, lads. I'll get it. Here we go. Where are we? So just updates around the league right now. Everything's 0-0. No real changes to the right home about so far. Box score, and that's what we need. Right. Now we're cooking with gas, boys. Right, I've got the roster sheets. I've got the stream. We're fine. We're going to be kicking it here. We'll be here for a while. And now FC Dallas already on the attack. Oh, it's great defending by Gaddis, who was not going to let Santos past him there. That's about as good defending as you could ask for, realistically. Like, it wasn't going to get much better. You see it on the replay. Glesner just doesn't quite have the legs to put him through. Or Glesner's, and it's hurt him a bit there. But even so, let's just get a little image of the setup. See if I can put it on Twitter for the boys. Because this is what you want. This is what you love to see. This is the content here we love to see. Only I've got hairspray in the background, so that's not what we love to see. It's really hard to get the microphone in as well. See, it's all about the promotion. See, it's interesting though. 6 minutes in, just as you know, looking for some promotion possessions stats so far. You can see I'm tired. Union have had 61% possession so far. Passing accuracy both at 71%, but the Union playing very just. I think they're just trying to play tame. Dallas are pressing high early on, which is interesting. But now the Union trying to hit them on the counter. Aronson plays the ball down. He's immediately on the move inside the box. Jabilko outside, and his pass that looked like it may have been intended for Santos was cut out. Gaddis playing a bit further forward, and it's an FC Dallas throw-in. But the opening 10 minutes, I mean, it's been about as comfortable as you could ask. They've dealt with the pressure, but I think Dallas have come closer to getting a genuine goal-scoring opportunity, but the Union have just tried to thwart the Flames. Really, there's Jabilko with some hold-up play. Nice ball over the top to try and find. They're really trying to get Aronson involved early. I like that. I like seeing that. Like, he was the guy, as Tim and Jeff know, that I was really, really high on. I want to see him do more. Like, run the team through him if you can. Like, get Aronson involved in as many, many different attacking chances you can physically get him into. And a sloppy touch there. Aronson with a nice pass. Union pick up a pretty poor clearance from FC Dallas. 8 minutes in here. Ball into the box, and it's dealt with, but only just. Again, no real shooting opportunity there, but at least something to get excited. But a tremendous through ball by Dallas. And McKenzie having to probably just wipe some sweat from his forehead with that one. That almost snuck through. It's a good job it didn't. It was a great bit of vision from FC Dallas there, but the Union deal with it. Blake sees it away. And that may be a foul on Bedoya. Yeah, Bedoya bringing his man down. Nothing malicious about it, but enough to at least draw the early whistle. So we're almost 10 minutes in, and so far still goalless here down in Dallas. As they're now just trying to wait to see how Matt Real tries to handle that man right there. Honestly, it's going to be probably the most intense matchup that we see. Michael Barrios, number 21. Matt Real, who is, as we say, stepping in for Wagner. It's going to be interesting. Andre Blake looking like a human highlighter there in his luminescent? Fluorescent is what we're looking for. Green goalie kit. Blake punts it away. It's brought down. And now the Union will just try and do something. It's a bit feisty foul. The ref's... Oh, alright, ref's getting a bit touchy here. That's a few touch and go fouls that I wouldn't really agree with. Bedoya already kind of protesting that it's a bit soft refereeing to say the least. But now... here come Dallas once more. And it's Aronson who's now ended up on the left wing with the ball, trying to look inside. We'll just sit on the edge of the box and wait for it. And can the Union win a corner? They're trying to shield it to do so. They've got one. Nice play there by Santos to win it. And the first corner of the game goes to the away team in their new jersey. It's great play by Santos. Tries to get past him. Can't quite do it. Alright, maybe it was a goal kick. But don't tell anyone. That probably was a goal kick. Don't worry about it, though. It's fine. It's fine. Don't you worry. So how are the Union at set pieces this year? Ball delivered into the centre of the box. Doesn't go anywhere. And it is so scary how quick Barrios is. And you can see the Union already beginning to struggle. And just like that, Farfar, an old foe, a former friend of the Union in the box, mistimes the touch. And they see it just about clearly. But that was a clear warning sign. The Union cannot get complacent in that final third because they have got speed on speed and will come at you like a freight train. But that man there, Farfar... how far will he go if you're in the Football Manager streams? You know what we're talking about. You know what we're talking about. Gallus now forced to turn it back to Blake as FC Dallas continue to just press a little bit higher. Just stick towards those centre-backs. They know the back four isn't really as well complete as they'd like, but a ball sent forward there from one of the centre-backs and back the other way we go. This time Dallas moving the ball down the field. Things settling down just a little bit now, I think. We've had that erratic 5-minute period or so, but it's beginning to settle down a little bit. And just for context, again, keeping an eye on the possession battle and that sort of thing. The Union have had 70 passes, Dallas 44. So already it's looking... you can see where the momentum lies. Great interception there by Cravao. He's been brought down. Ref would play advantage, but surely that's a double foul. And if he doesn't call that, I'll be very interested to see why. Santos still on the floor. You'd like to think it's a dive, but he's holding the back of his right leg. Jamiro Montero will be the man on the set piece, but great play by Cravao, the hustle there. And I think, yeah, Santos just got tangled. I don't think that was a dive. He just got in a bit of a tangle, and it hasn't really worked too well in his favour. But it'll be Montero, the designated player, that's going to whip one in. The Union sit on the edge of that all-important 10-yard box, and it's been cleared away again by Dallas, who looked to counter. But this time it comes back to Montero. Oh, that wasn't ideal from the Union there, and now they're in a foot race. And Matt Real coming in clutch there, proving that he can run with the big boys today. Dallas take the throw in quickly, and Barrios is now on the edge of the box. Tries to whip one in, and there's no one home. someone ordered room service and then opted to go for a shower. That was... Oh, it's getting a bit tense now. It's very end-to-end, this. It feels like one chance one way, one chance the other. There's no real solid flow of play or possession. Like, you can look at the stats and you can see, like, hey, the Union have had like 60%, but it's very much one thing one way, one thing immediately countered the other. Like, this is two teams that want to hit in that open space. And if you're both playing the same game, it's not going to be there. The Tims is the amount of times they're going to scream no far at the TV. And we're seeing no something else now because here come Dallas again. And it's a great ball through. I don't think there's anyone there. Again, solid defending by the boys at the back. No service. Dallas just, they're making the opportunity, but there's no one in there. No one to take advantage of it. Not really sure what they're thinking, boys, to be honest with you, but you'd like to think a more clinical team would sort that out. They haven't. Alas, it will be the first FC Dallas corner of the game now. They've got some height in there as well. Hollingshead, one of them, and of course their dangerous striker. This one comes in, a little bit of movement, and it's a poor corner, but Blake still had to come and reach for it, and it's not directly cleared, and Dallas trying to toy with it, but luckily it just gets pushed to the middle of nowhere and right back to the other end of the field. This time, though, Dallas look to build again. Reggie Cannon plays out from the back. Just trying to let his players breathe back into space after the Union. All backed up in their own half. They have to come back out now. Chabilko having to run around. He's not the most pressing forward you like to see. One of the taller strikers in the league. But that man there, Brendan Aronson, is someone that will give defenders a run for their money in a heartbeat. He will go up and push and give players that extra nudge just to keep things going. Guys, again, if you're new around here, if you haven't yet subscribed, if you're just joining the channel, it would be amazing if you could hit that subscribe button, be part of our community. We've got the Discord server. We'd love to have as many of you on board as possible. And Barrios is just going to nod in this throw. We're a quarter of the way, or third of the way, I should say. My math is absolutely appalling. Through the first half, in, I don't know, first few minutes, or first 10 minutes or so, it's been fairly even, I'd like to say. You can't ask for much more from either side. No one's been able to really finish. It's been counter-attacking football by both teams. As we say that, it's a bit of a bad ball, but Aronson gets up. Chabilko's on his own, and the ball goes sailing over his head. It's an FC Dallas throw-in. That one could have been a bit spicy. So Jeff is at Franklin's Pub, East Falls, but not only that, he's in the stream as well. Now that is what I call next level dedication. So I stand that, Jeff. That is next level dedication, man. Enjoy your evening. And oh, that could have been cut out. It wasn't. Dallas need to be a bit more aware of what's around them, because the Union are going in lunging here for these challenges. But it hasn't really been, again, the finishing hasn't been there. They're playing the right mindset. Like, they're going in for the ball. They're trying to force Dallas to get it out quickly, to cut it away from Barrios. And Real hasn't really been able to keep him in his back pocket so far. So instead of putting pressure on that playmaker, what you do is you just stop the ball getting to him in the first place. But now they've got a different problem, because Farfar gives Gaddis problems, and it should have been. That should have been a goal, and a great save by Andre Blake. And he scrambles. It's still alive. And the ref has called something. Blake with his arms in the air. He's not happy. It should have been a goal. It should have been 1-0 to Dallas. It was a great cross by Farfar into their central striker. McKenzie gets in the way of it. But the ball then trickles to the other side. And Andre Blake has to trap back across goal. Loses his footing. Real gets in the way of it. But it's Blake that makes a terrific save. Then hustles for the ball. That's the sort of goalkeeping we need to see. Defence left lifeless there, and Andre Blake single-handedly keeping that clean sheet hope alive just for now. And now here come Dallas again, feeding off that momentum. I think the fans are going to be wanting to see some more of that as well. Who can blame them, really? There's a lot to like about that move if you're an FC Dallas fan. If you're a Union fan, it's more something's got to give. There's way too much speed between Barrios and Farfar. And the ref calls a free kick there, and the Union just being caught out a little bit. That time it was Brendan Aronson. But so far, I think now that momentum's starting to edge towards FC Dallas just a little bit. Not overly, like, concerning, but enough. Let's see how the Union deal with this free kick. We're talking maybe 15 yards out. It's drilled into the box, and Blake again comes to aid. Answers the call. And Union on the back foot. Aronson chasing all the way upfield. But, I don't know. It's getting a bit ropes, isn't it? It's getting a little bit ropes right now. Is the only thing we can say. Dallas slow it down. Reggie Cannon plays it back to the keeper. Who, of course, as we all know today, is going to be vital. And a bad miss there by Gaddis. Tried to cut the ball out. Instead misses. And it just unleashes a counter-attack for Dallas, and the ball goes nowhere again. They've just not got the quality to get either the accurate ball in or a first-time touch on it. That's been the problem so far. I think that time it was Hollingshead driving forward to get that ball in there. And now Dallas just flooding the Union's box with as many bodies as they can find. Hollingshead's basically playing cam for the next 5 minutes, and this one should have gone out for a corner, and Blake again coming to aid because somehow Glesner's almost nods it out of the way, and Andre got to be a bit frustrated at this point. I can't lie. Jim Curtin must be having a bit of a head scratchy moment, I'm sure, as well. And Andre Blake takes a little while to get that goal kick out, and that doesn't exactly help him. But now the Union need to do something. Great little turn there from Aronson. Now gets away from his third defender and gets the pass down. That's what you want to see from a young player. That's a flair we've spoken about today. And the ball into a dangerous area. Right down the other end. Santos now. He's got Aronson on the outside. He instead plays it back. And it's a terrible shot. It's a terrible shot. Oh, Matt Real. Matt Real. Oh, you had strikers around him. You had midfielders around him. And what did we see? Not a lot, unfortunately. It was a shot from maybe 20 yards out that went straight to the top. I mean, it's just coming through my window now. Not going to lie. The ball has just hit someone outside. Yeah, he's on the floor. VAR. Yeah. I think the Union just need to settle down a little bit here. They had a really good first 10 minutes, and it's just got away from them perhaps here. Trying to get the nice tweet out for us as well. Season opener against. Bang, 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 bang. See, it's hard having to live tweet and live commentary at the same time, you know. But oof, this game's got me a little bit flustered, I can't lie. Be interesting to see if there are any adjustments soon, though. Now we've seen enough. I mean, Matt Real's done a lot of running today. We'll give him that. I mean, to get in that position to even take on the shot was audacious. Complete win. Love that, Tim. Love that. Oh my god, that's brilliant. He's going to have to. That or Cam Johnston. Union, too many bodies flooded there. Can't sift the ball through. Real now finds himself in a bit of a dangerous spot because he's got to track back and there's no one there to pick up this man. And now we're in trouble, and storming down the other side is Farfar. Gaddis, with a magnet in his shoe, has plucked that pass out and stopped what could have been a very tricky situation. Here comes Bedoya. He's been a bit quiet so far. Another audacious shot, and chasing it is Chabilko. Forces the slightly worrying clearance, and it goes out for a Union throw-in. But Bedoya, I think the Union fans are starting to get a bit more... Union players, I should say, just a bit more, whether it's confidence, whether it's just feeling a slight sense of urgency to get into this game, to put some pressure on Dallas. Like, fight fire with fire. Let's just stop them running at us and just shove the ball down their throats and see what sticks. Because right now, the shots are flying left, right and centre, but they're really not doing much to trouble Gonzalez in net. Montero with the ball down to Santos. Back to Montero. He's got a triangle up top and it goes out of bounds. It's a Union throw, which I didn't think was a throw. But alright, okay. We'll play on. I'm not going to complain with it. And that's... Santos again trying to play it through. They have kind of moved into a winger role here. Aronson edge of the box. He can go for goal! First real shot of the day. And it's the youngster that knows that was close. That was a whisker away. Perfect angle. Played through by Santos. Turns around. One touch. Bang! Keeper would have been beaten. Gonzalez defending near post. Aronson goes far. And it just bounces an inch outside. It could have been 1-0. Aronson will know he could have done a bit better there. But for a first shot, that was pretty good. Let's not write that off. That was a very good effort. Union still pressing though. They've got to throw in right on that corner flag. Bedoya takes it as the captain. Bit of a nudge there as Gaddis tries to hold up the ball. Plays it to Aronson. He tries to get through his man. He can't do so. And ref's playing on there. That's a stupid dive by whoever that was. But now Dallas with advantage. They've got men breaking at pace. Great bit of defending there though as Ferreira took it onto his right foot. And Bedoya is now suddenly everywhere. He had a quiet first 10 minutes and I've... well, not seen him stop running since. And so, is that Barrios that's down? It is. And that would be terrible, I'd say, for Dallas. I mean, for the Union. Again. Not that you ever want to report an injury, but if you have to go 10 minutes or so without a player, especially one of Barrios' capability, did he take a knock here? No. But that's a blatant dive, unless I'm missing something. Maybe another angle will give me... a slightly different view on this. I'm not sure. He's holding his knee. The trainers are out. I think he'll be back in the game. I can't see this being a significant... maybe it's cramping or something. Probably hot in Dallas. It's raining here. I wouldn't know. Either way, it's a chance for those Union players to regroup, grab a drink, and just reflect on the first 25 minutes. So 25 minutes that has been... full of opportunity, isn't it? Just to say the least. Full of opportunity. But just looking at the players that we've got on the bench, which we didn't touch in the starting 11. So you've got Jack Elliott, obviously Baitzo, Ilsinho, Fontana, Jose Martinez, and Engelina. So the name you want to see really implemented if you do get to maybe 65, 70 is Ilsinho. I think the way they're playing Santos, they've kind of floated him outside. Aronson's almost becoming like this, just everywhere player, like almost floating out to wing positions as well. They're playing with wing backs. You've got Gaddis floating up. Take some pressure off Real and Gaddis. I'd stop them running. Like maybe move Montero outside, or if you're going to take a midfielder off, put on a winger and just stop that almost urgency to get back and forth. Because they're going to tire covering guys like Barrios and Farfar all day. It's no easy mission at all here. See, Barrios is fine. Barrios runs around for 10 minutes, shoots from about 35 yards out, and it's that far away. Shocking. He's been rolling around. Hollingshead's down now. Is he going to shoot from 35 yards in a minute as well? Typical. Oh, that's something about Dallas, isn't it? Now, what's going on? Oh, Chibilko with the nut shot. I take it back. I feel his pain. I've been there. It's not pretty. I'm sorry. Hollingshead. Basically what happened is they both went up for the ball. Chibilko's leg basically did that, and as he come down, just imagine, lads, it's not pretty. Ooh, but he's holding his leg, so maybe, I don't know, I'm more worried about that area. Forget the leg, mate, just, that'll be alright. Yeah, they're going for the calves. Yeah, it'll be fine, lads, don't worry about it. Oh. It's very rare that we get a view of just the physio working on the player. Normally he just kind of floats around, you get to see players drinking water and having a chat and then managers, but no, this stream that I'm watching is just straight on that leg. Just give it to me, just a raw bit of leg. And the ref is now pointing Hollingshead off the field, so he's actually off the pitch. Interesting. I'd say it's definitely more the male ghoulies than it is the legs, if I'm him. But what do I know? I've not had a leg between mine. Not like that, so it's alright. Union back on the board. So the play's resumed, 28 minutes in. Gaddis now almost looked up to switch it then on the other side of the field, but Montero drops back to pick it up. Plays it through to Santos, who is definitely almost pairing up with Aronson, it seems, in a cam role. He's shuffled to that wing, and Aronson almost just follows him. Like, you've got both of them in close proximity just to maybe benefit each other. And almost like, think of it as a check down option in the NFL. Nice bit of wizardry on the wing, and the ball gets delivered and cleared straight back out again, and it's a bit of ping pong for the minute. Barrios tries to it goes down like a sack of potato. Referee! Who's that? Crying out loud, that's shocking. I thought the championship was bad, but that was Ondrasek there going down. That's the main striker for FC Dallas, who hasn't really done much so far. He's been very quiet. And now they've tried to put the skates on. The ball's gone out of bounds. Union get it back. Jobs are good and off we go. Gaddis this time's going to look for something a bit spicier. A long-range throw into a sea of red for some reason. Although it's a bit of scrapping going on. Nice play there by Montero to knock it loose. But it only goes back to another FC Dallas player, who are now just content with passing it around the back. The Union had, just for a brief second, Hollingshead cornered in. 4 players surrounding him, and is that going to hurt them? Because now back the other way comes Hollingshead with the ball now. He's got Farfar trying to break inside into open space. Doesn't see him. Instead gives it to Barrios, who's now found some space. Plays it across goal. There's an open man. It's a goal. Oh, that should have probably crept into the corner for Ferreira. And he'll regret not maybe just taking an extra step there. He's tried to chip it in the top right. And has just missed the target. Awful finishing from the centre attacking mid. You couldn't ask for a better angle. The shot was slow. It's on his stronger foot, but this didn't take the step he needed to adjust to it. Was at an awkward angle on his left foot, and well, just sent that one out of harm's way. Luckily for Andre Blake, because that could have been nasty very, very quickly. And now, as we've seen so often with this game in particular, play switches once more. And this time though, Dallas just trying to play the Union almost at their own game here and just slow down the tempo a little bit, stop the bleeding and see what happens. Ball over the top to Farfar. I tell you what, he's going to cause problems here because there's no way Glesnes is holding him down there for much longer. Dallas have got to be feeling it, just a break of speed and even a half decent shot and they'd be ahead by about 2. They're creating the opportunities, they just cannot either get people into the box or a clinical finish on them. Whereas the Union seem to be doing all the rest of the legwork and then shooting from 30 yards out, which isn't helping them too much, I can't lie. There's been one decent shot from Brendan Aronson. Other than that, it has been a pretty dreary offensive flurry so far. Let's just see if they can maybe work themselves out of this tight spot. And I think Raval's got a bit too big for his boots there. Tried a trick. It's now been played up to the opposite wing. And Dallas just toying it with it now on the edge of the danger zone. Tries to make a chip. I don't know why he chipped that there, but okay, it is what it is. And the Union should be able to adapt and see off that danger reasonably well. They haven't though. Oh, they have now. Never mind. It's fine. Good defending. Santos is going to run that one out of bounds. Quick throw. Looks very angry. Goes straight back to him. And he's throwing it to a Dallas player. That's good. That went well. So now Dallas on the attack again. Can't cut it out. Oh, they've switched it. You love to see it. Hollingshead plays it back. And now they're just gonna reset again. I think if we're gonna gauge as like a boxing match, a fight, the Union would have had the first 10 minutes. Ever since then, it's pretty much all been Dallas here. It really has. Pains me to say it as well. I'd love to see the Union do something just a little bit more prominent here. But there is just something not quite there with this team just yet. They can't quite get that spark they need Chibilko tries to play a ball up, goes nowhere. And now Dallas are going to break again. Farfar already in a race with Gaddis. I think Ferreira knows it, but he plays down the opposite wing. He's got Cannon coming up to support. He's now going to try and deliver a ball into the area. Try being the operative word. It goes into the hands of Andre Blake, who is clearly still a little bit frustrated with whatever's going on with that defence. There's a big hoof upfield. And, well, as we approach the final 10 minutes of the first half, so far it's been about as even as you'd expect, I think. Like, there just hasn't been the clinical finishing there. No one has been able to find anything substantial enough to split these two sides. It's now Reggie Cannon again. He's got all the time in the world because Montero won't go near him. Now Montero does press and Cannon forced to run round, and that's the sort of pressure Montero needed, and the Union come away with the ball. That's better. That's much better. It's a nice little flick from Santos. Bit of flair. He's got Chibilko on the wing who tries to deliver a cross. It's gone in. Oh, the shot that was blocked. It was Aronson on it again. Oh, it's Bedoya, I beg your pardon. Who's now going to track back towards that wing. But Farfar gets back in. Just sorts it, but only so far. Aronson with the shimmy. He tries to deliver a ball across goal, and now the Union come alive. And it all started with some pressure from Montero. Cannon had all the time in the world on that top wing. Montero all over him. And then it just all fell apart for Dallas. They panicked. Aronson with the vision. He could have taken on goal. Tried to play it up top. Tried to sneak it across the floor to the big target man, Casper the Friendly Ghost. They couldn't quite find it there. And ultimately it comes down to another Philadelphia Union corner. Will this one fare any better for them? They're just trying to rally the crowd a bit. He's wearing a fire hat and I don't know why. Just another look at that pass again. A little bit too slow. Yeah, I mean, you can't fault that. For the Union, that is the best attacking move they've had all day. They went from, it was like a switch flick. They went from no pressure, no pressing. Reggie Cannon sat doing a Sudoku on the sideline, just minding his own business with the ball, to Montero running all over him, pushing him up to the byline, losing the ball, turning it over, and the Union were able to create something from it. That's a spurt they need. I know it's hard to sustain that through a game. They get a breather there. I think Cannon goes off for injury. Now it's Aronson on the corner, who is, what was he pushed that off the spot? That's a bit sneaky. Come on. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves here, Brenny. Let's sort it out. Come on. Now can he deliver something special here? It's into the box. And it's, well, out of the box just as quickly as it went in. But it's going to be a Union throw-in. Just a time to maybe get into these last 10 minutes here. Enter half-time with a 1-goal lead would change the dynamic of the game. It's another throw-in for the team. Montero wants to take it. He's not happy that he can't. I don't blame him. And the Union, of course, sporting their new away jersey for the first time. The first Union jersey without Bimbo on it. So we'll see. It's still essentially like a branch of them. Ball into the box. Casper can't get his head up. Great bit of defending by Dallas. It goes out for another Union corner. And it's the captain that dealt with the danger for Dallas. A man that has been a headache all day, really, for Ziegler. Montero's going to deliver this one in from the other side. Union tries something. Chibilko can't get off his man. And there's players down in the box. Is the ref going to call something? No. Still floating around. It's an absolute scramble in there. And the Union may feel like, was there a penalty shout there? Until we see replays, I don't know. But 2 players went down. And that was the most atrocious attempt at a kick I've ever seen from a Dallas player. Chibilko shoots at goal. That goes nowhere. But someone fell over. It might have been Tessman. Fell over, got up. No, Tessman's on the ball, sorry, so it would have been Hedges. Fell over, got up, went to kick it and just missed it totally. Which was, I mean, it was like all in one fluid motion. But no time to worry about that. Barrios on the attack. Threads the ball through. That one's cut out. And a little bit of a two-man team there. The Hardy boys seem to be at work. Barrios trying to vacate that space, get down on the wing where Farfar has been so dangerous today. And the Union now beginning to press again. This is what Montero does so well. We saw it work with that last move. Santos now back down to what looks like a regular striker position. He did move out there to, I felt a bit of a cam maybe earlier on. Interesting developments in this game for sure. But as of right now, still nothing good. We'll keep an eye on the rest of the games as well for you. So let's just have a look in play. See what's going on. So Toronto 2-0 up against the Earthquakes. We will update my magical spreadsheet. Watch this. Okay, this is great. Ready? Keep watching the screen. This is wonderful. Ready? Bang! Right, look at that. That, you can't teach that. That's magical. ESPN level. Amazing. Orlando and Real Salt Lake still 0-0. With Salt Lake unable to do much of anything so far. Orlando have had 7 corners and Salt Lake have had 0. That is, if Salt Lake win that is absolute shitality at its finest, and you'll have to see it. But meanwhile, back onto this game, and it's Barrios down again. Am I shocked? No. It's the simple answer there, isn't it, really? And there's, well, just almost a sigh of relief, I think, for Dallas, who have taken their foot off the gas. The Union still trying to press them. But now, running the other way, RFC Dallas into enemy territory right now. It's on the edge of the box. And Farfar delivers the ball. Oh, it's far post. Barrios the other end of it. And it's down to Ferreira, but very, very neatly picked out by Craval. Played through to Montero. And now the Union can break. Chibuke with a bit of skill. And he can't quite find Santos. It's a free kick for Philly. The rain is hammering down. It's hail. I've got to walk home in this. Pray for me. That is shocking. So, almost half time. Still goalless here in Dallas. You'd like to see just that little spark before half time. A goal for the Union will make the world of difference right now. Ball over the top. Nice defending. It goes out for a goal kick. Just a bit too much mustard on that one. That's gone. And Santos knows that he could have maybe got to it if he wasn't just in a bit of what felt like a cornerback coverage at the other end of the field with Reggie Cannon. Hollingshead, who had his nudges viciously attacked earlier on, is back going well. Dallas try and play a ball through to Farfar, who has switched wing, it's worth noting. He's now playing on the other side of the field. Big ball forward from Philly Santos. Ref, that's a free kick. Let's not get it twisted. That's appalling. It's a Dallas free. What's going on there? Okay, right. Yeah, good. That was good. I'd have said Dallas free kick, but alright. Is what it is, I suppose. Gaddis off the pitch here. He's not too happy. Now playing from the back, 3 minutes to go. I think we know what the Union would like to do here for sure. It's just to sneak something in before the edge of half time. But nothing comes of that move. And Dallas will now give it their best shot again after what looks like a little bit of tactical movement from their part. But playing from the back is only going to get you so far realistically. And now Holzinger tries to play one through. Blake forced off his line for the first time in what feels like forever. There has been a couple of moments, a couple of Larry moments earlier on, but for the last 10-15 minutes, the Union have got right back into this game. Snuffed out the Dallas offense. And now look to attack with some haste. There's a great through ball by Farfar. But I'm sorry, Farfar. Sergio Santos. Bedoya now tries to play it to Casper the friendly. Goes Megs Ferreira. That was a bit saucy. If the Union can come away with this, it's already goal of the week, in my opinion. Bedoya Now back on the ball. Another pass down. Aronson with it, and he's brought down. Is it a free kick? Ref says no. Santos has an edge of the box. Aronson's still down. Dodgy call, header in, it's still bobbling. Red pen! Surely a pen! Oh, he's let two go there. I don't know about that, but now no time to hang around and fret on it, because here comes Barrios down the other way. And now I bet he calls that. Yeah. Knew that was coming. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Hey, Julie, nice to see you. Thanks for tuning into the stream. I think the first 20 minutes was very much teams feeling each other out. It was all one way or the other way. After that, I think the Dallas started to try and, I don't know, get a bit more aggressive. But they were getting balls into the box left, right and centre, and able to really put anything on it. There was a lot of balls in, a lot of balls back out. The Union then started pressing for the next 10 minutes, made some nice moves. Brendan Aronson almost found a way into the bottom corner, but couldn't get anything of it. It's whenever the Union counter, they look really good for a 5-minute spell, but for the most part, it has been Dallas. But there has been a couple of dodgy calls as well. So I don't know. It's just going to come back to haunt them. The free kick gets whipped into the box, and it's dealt with again. But the Union are going to feel a little bit agitated. I think they should have had a free kick. I didn't get a clear view of the pen. It happened a bit quick. It could have been a dive, but you can certainly make the case for it. I think the players know it as well. Yeah, I agree, Jordy. Yeah, we're going to end 4 added minutes here in Dallas so far, and we know what that means. Dallas with a corner. And the Union need to deal with this diligently. Blake comes out to meet it, and it's cleared away by Bedoya, but only as far as Fafa, who's now got 2 on him. He's trying to get around Warren Craval, and he's done it somehow, but it's dealt with again, and I think that's going to be a goal kick to the Union. And about time they get a call go their way. Fafa can't believe it. Every other Union player is just kind of looking on like, well, have you not seen the last 10 minutes? Because there have been several calls that I think should have easily been Philadelphia centred, but they haven't been. Bedoya looking a little bit fatigued. I think he's done a lot of running in that first half. There's no doubting that. He has been all over that field. So now with a couple of minutes to go, Union send the ball forward to try and find Santos. It's headed clear, but is that a corner? It's a corner, surely. If that goes out for a goal kick, I will be seething. Now, luckily it's a corner. They get a call. Aronson plays them on that side, so he'll be the next one to whip a ball in. Down to 2 minutes of added time remaining here. And very quickly, momentum has switched just a little. We know the Union have got height in the box. Can they take advantage of it? The hand goes up. The ball goes in. It's met by Santos. Just wide. It wasn't Santos, I beg your pardon. My bad. It was Mark McKenzie, the centre-back. Oh, it was close as well. I'd love to see a replay of just how... It was nail-bitingly close. There wasn't much in it, put it that way. But now Dallas go back on the attack, and the refs called something, presumably. I'm not sure what that was for, but we'll go with it. Interesting. Union free kick for some reason, unless it was offside, which may have been the case. And they're going to rotate round, and it seems to be that Matt Real is upfield a little bit. They're just going to drop to 2 defenders for now to get some more into the box, knowing time's against them. I think Chibilko went down trying to win something. It will go out for a late Union throw. We've got 1 more added minute as we get towards a half-time mark, and Chibilko comes to meet it. Delivers a ball outside of the... It's a goal kick, put it that way. It's not been pretty. I think execution for both teams has been a little bit sloppy. First game of the season, you're not expecting miracles here. You know, I think pre-season you only go through scrimmages. It's not like they're having the exhibitional games that you see other teams around the world take on. There's bound to be a bit of rust to shake off. But intercepted by the Union here with one last attacking threat. Chibilko tries to play it through. Aronson was there. Bedoya was there, more importantly. And now they let it go. And a through ball over the top. Nodded back. And it's just got a bit scrappy towards the end. We approach the 4th minute. I think ref's going to blow. And it's a free half-time. Bang on the 4th minute. That's what you like to see. Not what you see in Charlton games, eh, lads? 0-0 at the break in what has been a stalemate offensively. Nice defense again, can't lie. There's been some nice defensive moments by both teams, but it has just been drivel. I think in terms of actually creating chances, Dallas have done the better. They've been able to get balls into the box and really start challenging the Union. But outside of that, the execution's been poor. I think the closest, Mark McKenzie's header from a corner. We saw another effort really solidly earlier on from Brendan Aronson. But outside of those two, the Union have been held firm. And that's almost reflected in the stats as well. So at half-time, just reading these out for you here. Philly, believe it or not, have had 7 shots, but only 1 of them on target. Dallas 3 with only 1 on target. So that just goes to show. Looking at the shot charts here, all of Philly's, for the most part, have been long range or on the right foot. Passing accuracy, about even, 70% each. Possession-wise, it's been fairly sound, 52 to 47, I should say. Union have had 4 corners though. They've won 4 less tackles with 8. And Dallas have had to do more clearances. But probably an example of stats don't tell the full story, I would say, this game. Because definitely not been as almost statistically one-sided as that would let on. But we're going to take a quick break, guys. Bear with me, just need to quickly nip to the loo. It's half-time, so make sure you go get some half-time stats. We'll be back very, very shortly for the second half of action. If you're new around the channel, again, make sure you stick around, hit that subscribe button. That would be absolutely amazing if you could. If not, no need to worry about it. But we'll be back soon. It's been an interesting first half. At the break, though, it is Philadelphia 0, FC Dallas 0. Right, we're back for what was promises to be an interesting second half of play for the Philadelphia Union. But just for some updates around the MLS before obviously we get back to that all-important matchup, which is at half-time right now. Toronto have conceded to the San Jose Earthquakes. So last time we checked in, Toronto were 2-0 up, 7 corners. San Jose was 0. They've found some attacking form right now, and the Earthquakes currently up to 3. So it's 2-1 to Toronto. So we're going to update our magical score sheet with a little bit of this and a little bit of that. We're going to click our fingers. Just like that. It's magic. Alright? That's what I'm here for. Don't get this on ESPN. As for other games around the division though, the only other game right now is obviously Real Salt Lake Orlando. Still 0-0 in that one. Orlando unable to get on the doors. It's really, I think, frustrating for them at this point. It has to be overtly frustrating for them. But they're into half-time as well. So just looking at the scores on this hand side of the screen. Colorado off to a good start. Montreal with a 2-1 win. No clean sheets so far though. But we could have 2 by the end of this game. So the Union 0, FC Dallas 0. So while we're here guys, let me know how your weekend's going. What are you talking about? Is it the combine you're watching? What do you think about the game? What have you made of the first half? Let us know. Let's have a chat and break down what has been a very, very, I wouldn't say timid first 45 minutes, but unpredictable. I think it's safe to say as well. No, that sounded to me like it's been a goal. Oh, it's not that game. It's River Plate versus Defence White Justica. Never mind, got a bit excited then. But yeah, I think overall, the Union have shown some promise, but if they're going to play on the counter, they need to sustain it a bit longer. Like, it's just patience. It's finding the right angles. Like, shooting from 35 yards out isn't going to help anyone. Shooting from 20 yards out isn't going to help anyone. They need to be a bit more patient. For me, the most impactful player on the pitch has been Aronson. I think he's got himself into some nice attacking spaces. Obviously, tried to send that ball through to Jabilko that was just picked out. Had a nice shot on the edge of the area. But so he would be the guy I would try and play through. I think Santos has been exceptional. He really has been up there, almost in that hybrid wing position, like inside forward role. Then you've got guys like, I think, Montero, who basically was the engine. There was a late Union surge, and he was the engine sparking all of it, without a shadow of a doubt. Without Montero, the Union wouldn't have had those couple of corners and those couple of shots that promptly followed. So Montero playing a key role. I think defensively is where we're starting to see a little bit of attrition though. Obviously, we know Matt Real's going to have his hands full. We know that Raymond Gaddis has been one of the most underrated players, I think, of this game so far. But the centre-backs, especially Mark McKenzie's been good. But I don't know. There may be a change. Maybe they look at bringing on Jack Elliott. Who knows? As for the Toronto game, still 2-1 as of right now. So I'll try and keep you posted with all of that over the next, 10 minutes or so. But, yeah, overall, it's been alright so far. Can't complain. I mean, if the Union take a point from this, I'm sure that will be absolutely fine. It's not a guaranteed win. Again, they weren't favourites going into this game by any stretch. So it's nice to see, to put it bluntly. It's nice to see a slight change. But we'll see how things progress as the second half draws near. But how have your week been, guys? Again, apologies, there wasn't any content on YouTube. I did get a video up yesterday. Outside of that, I had a few days off. I was celebrating my best friend's birthday, so I had to go up to Birmingham and see him. And then a couple other friends as well. So it's been a bit of a busy week. I don't like taking time off. I was still doing articles and, as you know, the videos. So it wasn't really time off, but time off enough to almost just relax a bit. So hopefully now, back on full-time grind. We're just going all in with as much coverage as you can handle, whether it's Eagles, Union, Phillies, all of it, alright? All of it. Hang on, just realised a problem. We haven't actually updated the Orlando score, right? Watch this. Magic. Right, you ready? It's coming, I promise. Look at that. There it is. Simple as that. Oh, that Red Bull has not woken me up at all. Yeah. Probably because we all hate Red Bull, right? That's right. That's why we're here. Should have been a Monster Energy, and I'd be wide awake right now. Because it's not. That's the energy drink gods letting me know that I've chosen the wrong drink for sure. And I'm just going to quickly get these links pumped out in just a second. But who are you guys looking forward to seeing in that second half? let me know. And what I'm going to do is just really quickly get all the links sorted out and everything. Get the setup ready for the second half. We'll come back in. We'll hit the ground running. The second half will be active. And we'll have some fun. And hopefully, the Union can build on what has been, I think, a first half of promise. There's a lot to like about it. And come away with 3 points. Only time will tell. We'll be back in around a couple of minutes. Right, we're back. We're ready to go. Hopefully, now the Philadelphia Union, who are returning to the field very, very promptly, will be ready to go out, secure the bag, secure 3 points, get the job done. Surely, there's hope. Again, statistically, they appear to have had the better. I would disagree that I think Dallas have had the better of the first half, just going off the eye test and the eye test alone. But, you know, maybe I know different. I don't think there's been any changes so far. Or so far, if we're going to count, you know, far pick out. Let's just see what has happened at that. Yeah, nothing here. So just going through the Twitter feeds of both teams. Nothing there, really. It's been fairly stagnant, I think, overall. But it's just two teams that play, I think, similar styles of football, and you often get those stalemates. So who knows? Maybe we'll see a totally different second half performance. But teams will be making their way out very soon. There's still some weird on-pitch entertainment, which I'm going to try and describe to you as a woman having a hug and waving. Fans are waving back. Oh, we got a 30-second countdown. That's cool. Right, here come the players. Off we go. Let's see what happens. They've got the National Soccer Hall of Famers in Dallas. Wild. I had no idea. The more you know. They've got a 10-second countdown. I like this. England should have this. We should definitely have a 10-second countdown for half-time. Much better, boys. Oh, and now it's... No. Oh, it's glitched. I don't know. They just showed me loads of logos of teams. I think it's just more MLS promotion. It's a nice graphic, though. I do like the MLS logo. Right. We're back in. Welcome back if you're just joining the stream. Hello, one and all. Nice to see you. Raymond Gallus with both hands in the air, looking like he's ready to hit ahead of us. Again, I'm going to try and keep an eye on all of the other games that are going on today as well in the division. Keep you updated where I can. As of right now, still 2-1 Toronto lead. Still 0-0 in that Orlando game. So as of right now, the Union looking fairly well placed to at least pick up a point. But a lot can change, as you and I both know. And just how soon will it change? And off we go. And it's a throw-in so far. So nothing, you know, off that first 16 seconds of play in case those were wondering for an instant goal. No changes at the half for either team from what I'm aware. So Aronson's going to come and collect that one. He's got a man underneath him. He can just play it down on the wing, and he does. And Union looking very attacking early on. The ball unfortunately goes to nowhere though. And now FC Dallas come the other way. Just trying to get a feel out again. It feels like they've literally just hit reset for that first minute or so. It's been all Union for that 60 seconds. Until they're given out for a throw. Curse of the commentator. Never mind. There's a second ball on the pitch. Great. And Dallas taking a little while to get this ball out for the throw. They eventually do so, and a game of head tennis ensues. Jamiro Montero gets past two, and a Swazi flick from Aronson ends up nowhere. It's a Union free kick, but very well played by Montero, just flashing some of that. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'd smack him. Get him out. He's doing me, I didn't know that about it. Get him sorted. Shocking. Ah. We know he's their best player. Oh, MLS are doing Predict 6 now. What? I know we've had that for a while over here called like Super 6. It's always good fun. I never win anything, but you've got to be in it to win it, right? That's the saying. So Matt Real taking the throw again. Hopefully he's just joining us. No Kai Wagner today. I think that's the main absence from the team. Ilsinho on the bench. Jack Elliott is another one on the bench as well. And Real's going to try and create something very attacking here, it looks like. Doesn't come to much. Montero's brought... Oh, I'd say it's a free kick. Ref says no again. That's the third time. And now Union players come rallying to support to try and win the corner. They don't. And they're not happy. I don't blame them. I think that's 3 calls that have gone against them. Maybe. Delivered into the box. And it goes as far as Warren Craval. He plays it down. Santos now on the edge. Tries to play one through to Aronson. And that one goes out for a throw. So the opening to the second half has been all Union so far. Dallas unable to do anything just yet. Which is good news. This is what you want to see if you're a Philadelphia Union fan, right? You want your team in that sort of situation. Real's going to deliver a long throw into the box, and it's tipped around a bit. Santos heads it clear. It's taken on the volley, and that one predictably has gone about 87 stories high from Raymond Gaddis. Again, less than ideal there, unfortunately. Took on the shot. He had the effort to. He had the confidence to, but wasn't quite there. Now, can Union keep pressing Dallas? They do get a touch on that ball. Intercepted, and Dallas somehow recover it. But they are beginning to press again. This is where they were dangerous last time. The problem is you can't really keep it up for that long. And then they found themselves vulnerable, as they may do very shortly. Ferreira lays it back off to Reg, who is now going to try and play one into the box. He's done so, and that may be 1-0. He's hit the post. He's hit the post. And he will be absolutely livid. It's a great ball through. Fantastic ball through. And Santos, it's the outside of the outside post. What's worrying here, he's one-on-one with Blake, who's near. All you've got to do is get that ball far post. That's a side tap. That's an easy goal. It's a sitter. You do not miss those. But Santos, and not the Union Santos, we're talking Toronto Santos. He really probably isn't used to playing that far forward in the DM role that he's usually in. Oh, it's a not obviously, you know, it's lucky for the Union they can swipe sweat from their foreheads, but that should have been a goal, and the Union have gotten away with about 3 of these now. That goes out for a goal kick though, so they'll get a breather here. They just can't afford that sort of space. It's happening over and over and over again. I don't know, man. That's really frustrating. So now Andre Blake, he's gonna just try and just, I guess, sterilise this assault that he's just been subjected to. Getting it away, as far away from his defence as possible. That hasn't really worked, because here come Dallas once more. This time it is intervened. And Lesnar's able to sort it out, but Dallas doing some pressing of their own high up the field. And is it going to leave them vulnerable? It might if Santos can get there. He can't. Chibilko with one of those weird bursts of pace. Oh, I thought he had that then for a second. It lands at Aronson. The pressing has worked. Chibilko works to get back on side. Montero now edge of the box, and he's going to call for another Philadelphia Union corner. So you can definitely feel the urgency from both teams here. I think the Union just want to forget about that last incident and move on. And who can blame them? Ball gets whipped in, headed away. And now we go again. Which is what worries me, because it is so back and forth. It's so back and forth. And now Barrios with a throw just past halfway. The man that just missed that shot by an inch. Santos plays it up. Such speed on the wing, and it's cut out this time. The Union need to get rid of it, and they got referee. That's rough. I'm not a fan of this ref, you know. In my opinion, he's let too much go. I could be wrong. I might be. I might be biased. I think he's let too much go. It's now an FC Dallas throw-in questionable territory. Reggie Cannon plays it up. Gets it back, and he's just trying to leverage his way past Montero. And the ref calls that. I don't know, man. The refereeing in this game hasn't been ideal. What do you think? Let me know in the live chat if you're watching this game live. What do you think of the refereeing? Because I personally think it's been a little bit shoddy. It's not been great. Dallas falls back into their own territory once more. And this time Cannon on the edge of the box tries to deliver one. Seen away by Matt Real, who's actually had a very comfortable game playing down there at left back. Can't complain with that at all. Cannon, come in. He's going to try and throw this one to Barrios. Back to Cannon. Picked up by Real again, who's starting to maybe build on that confidence now. Feel a bit dangerous down there. Holding his lines very, very well indeed. This one is bobbling around, and another shot that just goes nowhere near for FC Dallas. I mean, they've got the accuracy as, well, ask Jeeves, I think, at this point. It's been a very poor offensive showing from Dallas, who just can't seem to muster anything. What's the saying? Couldn't hit a barn door? Couldn't hit a barn door. It's not gone well, put it that way. 54 minutes in though. Still not a lot to report on in terms of what we're seeing in this game right now. But are we destined for a pair of clean sheets? Maybe a goalless draw? to start the day. Maybe not. Santos works into good space. Plays it to Montero. Spins off his man. He's going to probably shoot. Yeah. Predictable. Oh, that's been the summary of this game, I think, so far, unfortunately. Just really good opportunity. Nice, flowing, fluid movement. Just ruined by a hasty shot. You had all the time in the world. I get, you know, sniffing blood in the water and wanting to attack while you're there, but you had an easy pass up top. And ref is not going to... Is he going to call that or no? The answer is no. I'm making that call number 4 that I think he's missed for this Philadelphia Union team. Again, not been great. Not going to lie to you. It's been... I don't want to say biased refereeing, but it's not exactly been unbiased. I'll say that much. And now FC Dallas are going to come the other way with just some kind of... I don't want to say urgency anymore. It's almost just panic to get it out because now Chibilko's chasing down every loose ball. Starting to press a bit higher. Which is obviously drawing their defenders back. Brendan Aronson's tracking down now. So Dallas on the back foot. The Dallas have not done anything for the last 9 minutes apart from the shot that hit the post. We'll ignore that. A sloppy interception attempt there. Doesn't matter because Montero picks it up. Gets it to Aronson, who gets it to the wing. And it's then just trickled down back inside and pushed evidently away. Glesner's getting a... Oh, that's poor, for a lack of a better word. And now the Union down a centre-back. It's a gaping hole in the middle. Here comes Reggie Cannon. He's tried to slip through Barrios, and Blake comes down and deals with the danger. It's sloppy at the back from Glesner's. He's not had his greatest game so far. Reggie Cannon showing some rest speed for a man at his position. Great intellect to thread that ball through to Barrios. Real tries to sit between them both well, but the ball just gets behind him. And Andre Blake luckily scoops it up. But no fatal errors for the Union. Talking of fatal errors, that's a free kick. That may be a yellow card for Bedoya. He's already had a couple of words with the ref today. Can he get away with another one? Let's get away with another. Oh, no, is he being brought in? I think that's a card. No, maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't referee. Maybe I just shouldn't referee. Yeah, I'll stick to shouting about what happens, and I won't referee. Cannon is just he's trying to sneak too many balls through now. You can really feel that swinging momentum. You get about 3 of them in each, well, in the first half at least, between these two sides. Union intercept it. It's played to... Oh, very nice neat play between the attacking trio. Santos, Aronson, Chibilko all together. Yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree, Tim. Yeah, he went a little bit too heavy with that one for sure. Almost suplexed him to the ground. Right, let's see. Oh, okay. Is that... Oh, this ref is giving me migraines. I swear that's a... He's booking it? He's booking him. You're having a laugh. You're having a laugh. Oh, I mean, maybe it was like an advancement on the... Oh, it's not. It was Glesner's, yeah. Do you know what? I think it might have been an advancement on the suplex, to be fair. Oh, do you know what? Fair play. He did go in a bit late there, but he got the ball. It was a vicious tackle, but he got the ball. On far as well, just sending a message, yeah, to your former teammate. Yeah, don't try any funny business around me, sunshine. I'll take your legs out. I just got Red Bull in my eye, and that is not a good vibe. All right, big ball down. Again, that's just FC Dallas's game in a nutshell today. Absolutely shoddy. Nothing. It doesn't matter what they do. It really doesn't matter what they do. They just can't seem to do much of anything right. Which is ultimately what it comes down to. Elsewhere, still Toronto 2, San Jose 2. Orlando at still 0-0 as well. So that's all your MLS updates for now that are worth noting. Obviously, we do have some more important games coming up over the course of the next couple of days. But as of right now... Those are the ones to keep in mind. So we're just going to go down to Let's bring you all the updates we can. Yeah, still no. Oh, I've just gone. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hang on. Hang on. Wait. I've not seen it. It might be ruled off. We've got an FC Dallas goal. It looks like... Oh, my God. What a strike. It's gone in. I got the update on my phone before it happened on the stream. And FC Dallas go 1-0 up. It is their main striker, Ondrasek, that scores. Straight to the home fans he goes. It was outside the box. It didn't look like it was going to be anything. Wrapped his boot around it like a Christmas present. And it was a hell of a finish. It was bad defending. I don't want to put it on Blake too much, but great little bit of play there from Ferreira. And I'd say what a strike. I mean, it's an audacious effort, but my God, Blake had no chance of getting at that. No chance at all. It scuttled into the bottom left corner. And our first goal of the game is FC Dallas 1, Philadelphia 0. And that one hurts a little bit. It does. You can't help but ache a little bit. Just, there was nothing there. There was nothing there. And he just turns it on his foot, wraps it round, and it just bounces its way past Andre Blake. He was totally unsuspecting. And now if the Union have it all to do, they've been the more clinical finishers here, but arguably you could say they should be 2 down. They had the ball at the post earlier. They're now entering the smoke from the flares. It's whipped in, almost an instant response. They let it go for a throw-in. I don't know why you wouldn't just kick it, but alright, you do you, Matt Real. Don't you worry about it, sunshine. Don't you worry. Well, what a turn of events that has been. Union now with 30 minutes to get something out of this game. Oh, it's another wrap foot attempt. Another shot on the Union trying to do anything they can now. They've got themselves a corner, but it's going to go back to what it was in the first half, isn't it? Which is just firing from every possible angle until something sticks. Throwing off at the wall, eventually something that will stick. I think they're hoping for that right now. But Jenek on Razek with the goal. I probably butchered that name, and my apologies if I have. Oh, big development. We've got a goal down in Toronto to tell you about in just a little moment, as soon as we see what's happened in this corner. Now that's either going to be, for those of you that are keeping score on that side, a big goal for San Jose, or a nail in the coffin for Toronto. The game was in around the 89th minute, and I can confirm that San Jose have tied it up in injury time. Toronto choke a 2-0 lead to 2-2. And San Jose will be the happiest set of fans, I can promise you that much. After what felt like probably a lost opportunity, a game that was way out of reach early on. And the Union now starting to tamper with Dallas. They don't want that same feeling. They don't want this game to get out of reach. They're still in a good spot here if they can just muster something. Keep momentum on their side. Aronson, he must be getting a little bit worn out now. Thrown off the ball, nothing happens. Excuse me, that's a Red Bull. Lauren Craval weaves his way inside. He's got men ahead of him. He's got to play a ball through. Jamilka, can he get it? And Gonzalez has had to make a real save for the first time today. Union pressing. Gaddis now delivers the ball deep, and oh, that goes nowhere. Never mind. But that was the first bit of life here from Philadelphia. It's not over yet. But down 1-0. They've got to find a little something here. I'm going to try and just tweet this link out again to get people to come in and say, well, we've got a substitute to tell you about as well. So just as a heads up for those keeping score of subs, if that's even a thing. We're saying bye-bye to Farfar. He's gone now. Farfar's off the field. And onto the pitch comes Bresson. So taking off a winger, bringing on a defensive-minded player. Can't knock it. Dallas clearly just wanting to secure the 3 points. Right, there goes the social media tweet. You love to see it. Meanwhile, FC Dallas down the other end. Oh, he's wide open. Oh, he shot it right at Blake's feet, who drops it. Oh, this is getting a little bit angsty now, isn't it? Oh, it's just getting a little bit scrappy from both teams at this stage. And now Santos onto the end of a ball. Gonzalez. Oh, my word. You can feel the tension in this stadium. The Union getting a bit hungry. I don't know where the hunger's been. It's been in flurries, to say the least. But, oh, my heavens. Oh, when a Dallas player goes down, it's another sub. So 22 coming off. Apparently. Oh, it's for the Union. So Elsinio comes on for Aronson, who has run his little legs off. I mean, Brendan Aronson, for me, has been probably the best player on the team so far today. In terms of just getting the ball forward, attacking vision, we now see what super sub Elsinio can do. He's earned that label with good reason. All Union fans should know why. Some pace on the outside could be what's needed here. The ref doesn't give a free kick. And that is somehow a handball. Okay. Oh, I'm lost. I am lost. Absolutely lost. Never mind. It is what it is. I'm not gonna say a word about it, boys. Not gonna say a word. And I think that players start. Oh, and that's a booking now. Oh, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. I think frustrations are starting to boil over. And into the ref's book is Warren Creval, who has been, do you know what, outside of Aronson, I'd say Creval's probably been the most impactful player. He has been flying into challenges like a B-17 bomber and making tackles left, right and centre. He has been, when the centre-backs have fallen apart, when Gaddis loses his man, when Real struggle, Creval's been the man tidying up on the back end, especially on a few of those whippersnappers into the box. And now with the yellow card in, he's got to be a bit more cautious. You wonder if Kirshen may consider taking him off because of it. Maybe bringing on Jack Elliott instead. But you need attacking-minded players if you're 1 goal down. And, oh, that's a dive from Reggie Cannon. And the ref, I swear, is cruising for a bruising here. And if that's a booking for Santos as well. I don't know. Bresson's gone over. And, well... Is it a booking for Cannon? Oh, it's just a free kick. Okay, just a free kick. It is what it is. I can't lie. It's not great, but the Union do still have a chance at something here. They've just got to work out a way to penetrate this defense. Dallas has been able to hold on really well here. Ziegler's going to be the man to cross it in. The captain of the team. He's got Barrios on the ball as well, so it could be a dummy. Yeah, oh, he's gone for it. He's actually whipped one in. Blake punches it away, but hardly convincingly. The Union have to try and attack quick now. They play it down. It's a great ball to Santos, who may be one-on-one. He's got... Oh, it's a trap goal. No! Oh, he had Montero there. He had Montero wide open. They tried to sweaty goal. They tried to pass it across the face of the goal. And it was stepped out. A lovely bit of defending. And Gonzalez knew if that pass had gone through, there'd be little he could have done. 70 minutes played now almost. The Union with a corner. That was the best counter-attacking football we've seen today. Jamilko turns. Jamilko shoots. It's just wide. He's tried to wrap it onto the inside post, but... Oh, it was so close. And the Union will feel a bit deprived if they come away with nothing here. They don't deserve a loss. They deserve a draw at the very, very least. Jabilko with probably the best chance the team have had all day. And it is again just inches away. Mark McKenzie had a header earlier on. Aronson had a shot just go near post. But with 20 minutes to go, none of that matters because they're 1 down and Dallas are breaking again. Ferrero giving Cravala a run for his money, who keeps it on, and he's not taking any plays off here. The clearance was terrible. We won't talk about that. It's fine. Whoa, hang on. Whoa, hold on. My screen went black. There was a scream. It looked like there should have been a pen. The ref said no, which I'm not shocked at this stage. He's been about as reliable as a flannel in a flash flood. And now Matt Ray out. Someone's done a VAR signal on the sideline. Well, that's gone well. Montero finds Chibilko. Lays it back off to Montero. Santos now. He's got Chibilko making a run. Can't get the ball in. And the Union have just got to be a bit more methodical. They can't just start throwing balls into the box without rhyme or reason. It's just sort of all flying at once here. They need a bit more just cohesion, just relax. They know Dallas will sit back. All they've got to do is find that one clinical chance here. Ilsinho on the ball. Lays it off. And it's stuck on that right wing. Ilsinho can't get it off. He does now, but it's with a pretty poor pass. It goes back to Raymond Gaddis. He may go back down to his centre-back running mate, which he does. He goes back to Ilsinho. They're sort of stuck on this wing. They're going to try again here. Another minute gone. Ilsinho brought... Right, that's a card. What? Oh, I swear. Right. I can't be the only one seeing this. I can't be the only one seeing this. Oh my days. This refereeing is atrocious. That's a corner. If they give it... Right, they're giving a corner, so that's a start. But that was a terrible foul. Now, was it a pen the other way? This is the replay we'll see. Bedoya goes in. Oh, it's a free kick on the edge of the box, which it didn't get anyway because this ref appears to have a blindfold on of some sorts. I'm not really sure what he's seeing here. So, Dallas should have had a penalty. The Union should have had a penalty earlier on. The Union should have had a dangerous free kick earlier on. None of that has been given. Just for context. It's a corner anyway. And now the refs... Oh, he's seen something here. Nothing's even happened and he's seen something now. He's just making it up as he goes along. Ball comes in. It's headed. Oh, it's right at the hands of Gonzalez. Contact was made. And FC Dallas stay leading this game for now. Now, there seems to be a bit of commotion in the box. Chibilko trying to get his player away. And look at Mark McKenzie went up for the header again. Who's not happy with something. Now, what is it that he's not happy about? We're going to see a replay. He's gone for the header. Maybe a penalty appeal here. Let's have a look. Just watch him. Not really. Don't know what he's kicking off about. Maybe it's just frustrations or he's picked up a knock or something like that. But I don't think there was anything to write home about there personally. That's just me. Again, if you feel different, I'm sure you will let me know. But just checking in on the other game, and it is still 0-0. Orlando 0, Real Salt Lake 0. Orlando, who have had 11 corners in comparison to Salt Lake's 1. It has been all the home side so far, but they haven't been able to, in many ways, like this game, do anything with it. They're going to whip in a ball now. That gets cleared, and we're just going to go back to the Union game because... Well, despite a stoppage in play, there's 15 minutes to go and it's all Union for the last 10 minutes. And they've got a coach who looks like DJ Keemstar for some reason, so that's interesting. Now, Dallas, oh, it's intercepted by Montero. And it's great hustle. Oh, he's played his socks off this game and he's just pipped at the last second. It's not the first time he's done that, but Dallas come almost slingshotting the other way. Ball goes out for it. That's not a Union throw. Oh my days. This ref is bad. The ref is bad. I'm sorry. The ref is... This is shocking. If I'm wrong and I'm missing these calls and it's clearly not a pen or clearly not a throw, whatever, please let me know so I know I'm wrong. In my head, this is shambolic refereeing. Like, this is it's not great, put it that way. Either way, guys, we've got 7 of you watching this stream. You've got 8 likes. If we could get this stream to 10 likes, that would be absolutely amazing. 15 minutes to go. Be great to have some of you stick around this channel. If you are new around here, Dallas just taking a little bit of time there. They're taking off Ferreira, who almost did a bit of a wonder shot of his own earlier. And it's number 19, Paxton Pomykal, who will replace him. But Dallas just need to try and hold possession if they're to see this out, because they can't let the Union just run all over them, which they have been doing for the last 10-15 minutes or so. And that is going to go out for a Union throw-in right on the edge. And, well, now Dallas feel hard done by. I just think it's shoddy reffing all round, if I'm brutally honest with you. But either way, they've got the ball. They're in enemy territory. It's an attacking look. He's trying to play keep away, and that's going to work fine until the Union maybe feel the desire to press. Which they don't. Not that it matters. It's a pass back to Andre Blake. They can hit the reset button and go again. 14 minutes remain now. Still 1-0 Dallas to the Union right now. It is still 0-0 Orlando Salt Lake. That's nodded away. And Dallas now trying to just do anything with this. Reggie Cannon is going to switch the play. Try and get one out to Barrios, who's bobbled it around. And it's into the hands of Andre Blake. Nothing really to write home about there. But the Union are just sitting back almost now. Just letting the game come to them. Which is fine in some ways if you want to counter. But when you're 1-0 down, the other team don't need to attack. And they're still finding ways to run all over them. Desperation going to have to set in pretty soon. Santos on the wing with a touch. Goes out for a throw. And Dallas will try and just see this game out. Meanwhile, in the other game, Orlando with a searching ball into the box. Predictably goes nowhere because they, again, like the Union, haven't been able to conjure up anything offensively today. But am I going to get eaten my words here because Montero plays it up? It's on the wing for the road team. Oh, the tension's beginning to set in now. They need to do something. Montero tries to play it through. He's got to pass a move, and it's just sloppy there. Maybe just a bit fatigued now for Santos. Real gets absolutely done in on a pass. Great defending there by McKenzie, who slides in to secure it. He's probably injured someone there. I'm not arsed. That was a great tackle. Great willingness to get stuck in. Back-to-back tackles. Low ball comes in and Santos hits his knee. And there's another player down for Dallas who are just clearly trying to run the clock out. Oh, it's frustrating. Yeah, 2 players down and Cannon's gone again. And it's a substitution for the Union. Anthony Fontana is going to make way or come onto the pitch for Warren Creval. So the last real defensive player taken off, and Orlando just grazed goal. I've got 2 games up now. We're keeping you posted with all of them. But my word, great tackle by Mark McKenzie. It's got to be set. I mean, he studded. Is it Bassam in the thigh? Number 4, Bresson, yeah. But at the end of the day, he got the ball, so it doesn't matter. Like, it's one of them. But they've taken off Corral, the DM. They've brought in Fontana, who's likely going to push forward a bit. I'd like to assume if they've brought on Ilsinho at this point. I mean, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how they deploy them both. Very interesting. A large stoppage in play here, and Bresson seems to be a bit emotional. Can't think why. Definitely not taking a stud to the knee or anything. Don't worry about it. It's fine. But with the final 10 minutes or so to go, it's still Dallas 1, Union 0. Jim Kershaw making some late tweaks, some late adjustments, some late changes. But whether it'll have any weight or no now with 10 minutes remaining. It's kitchen sink time, I think. And Bresson off the pitch. I don't really blame him. It was a nasty hit. I mean, you could see the desire, though, from none other than the Union's Mark McKenzie, who just went storming into that challenge. 1-1, got back up, straight down, one another, and got his team in a good position to make a play. And now, Dallas just trying to see this one out. Union trying to play spoiler. Can they get that all-important goal that they've been searching for so long? And the ref is doing ref things, which I can... Oh, Santos is going to kick off in a minute. That's twice he has been pulled up for basically nothing. I don't know. To me, the refereeing in this game has been an absolute shambles from start to finish. Again, maybe wrong. Maybe wrong. Intercepted though, nicely cut out by Orsinho. Plays it down. They've got to move fast. But Doyer's still there in the holding presence in midfield. McKenzie plays it out wide. Union now over the halfway line. This has to be the do or die sort of drive here. They're being patient, but they've had 80 minutes to be patient, and they would just rather shoot from 30 yards out. This has to be the be-all, end-all now. Santos on the wing. Ball into nobody. And it goes out for an FC Dallas throw. Maybe just a little too much mustard on that cross. Either way, it's a big head forward, and Union players coming from all over to collect it. Another Dallas player goes down, just trying to milk this now. Chibilko, he's been very quiet in the second half after a couple of rare flashes. He's now turned around again. He's got service in the box. It's come back out to Fontana, who tries the volley. And it's a shot at goal. But it's kept hold of by Gonzalez. That was Alejandro Bedoya, the team captain there, just trying to spark some life into his team. And we've got a scrap in the box. We've got a fight. Has Santos had enough? I think he has. He has been reprimanded for wrongful acts, in my opinion, all game long. It would not surprise me to see frustrations boil. He might get a booking here. I don't think he'll care, because he has been done dirty, to be honest with you. I think he has been. Although the Orsinho involved as well. And the ref calling some players over, pointing to his watch. Yeah, oh, they're aware it's time wasting. Union players trying to pull up Santos, who's having absolutely none of it. And when did Santos go down and what for? Oh, behave! I hate that. 5 for 5 to Major to minute. Wow. Okay, that's important. Oh, this is shocking. So Santos still appealing to the ref here. I think my stream's a little bit behind, obviously, but my word. Well, when did this start then? Oh, he's trying to... Oh, what was Gonzalez doing? Like, oh, get a grip. Do you know what? It's a Dallas thing, isn't it? I just hate Dallas. They're just... Oh, no need for it. No need for it. Just play... Oh no, here comes Barrios, and the Union probably caught off guard a bit there, and McKenzie will see it out for a goal kick, but is it a corner? Oh my god! I'm actually shocked. This is like Charlton level refereeing that we're seeing here. Unbelievable. In other news, Barrios has actually pulled his socks up above his ankles, so there's some you know, important news. Meanwhile, in the other game that's going on right now, still Orlando 0, Real Salt Lake 0. Orlando about to take their 12th corner of the game. Meanwhile, with a corner in this game going in, it's in the hands of Blake. And Andre's got to get rid of this one now. The Union players charging forward. I would love for the Union to shit out a draw. I would love it so much. Just stick it to them. All the time wasting, the weird ref calls. Just get in that extra oomph. Find the goal. And they're playing quite conservative here, trying to set up this attacking move. Real now in an attacking position. Plays it back to Mackenzie, who goes down. And the ref has got eyes, it seems. And the hail is coming down outside my window. And I'm going to walk home in that shortly. Oh my god. Is that... What is going on there? What is going on there? I don't know if you can hear this, but sorry about the noise. Now, that's the striker. That's odd. That's the goal scorer. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. No need for... Is he going to book him? Is he going to book him? I know I sound like such a fan doing this, but this has been really, really bad. So Mackenzie's up, which is good news, but... Maybe just walking him off here. That's not a red, is it? No, it's just getting a drink, surely. I wish a hell would stop. I'm trying to stream here, boys. Let's, you know, pat that down now. Right, we're back underway. Union with the ball. Skilsenio needs to just... I wish this hell was... Oh, it's sloppy defending and the Union almost get cut with it there. Montero, Brett's brought down, and that's a free kick. And finally, the ref has woken up. It only took 86 minutes, boys. Don't worry about it. Unreal. I'm getting a taxi home, me. I'm not walking in there. Meanwhile, in the game, oh, it's another 3-ball. Oh, God. I don't know what's more making me anxious, the hail or this. Ball into the box here for Santos. Can't quite get it down where he needs it to be. Farfar's going to... Oh, it's Montero's going to try a shot. Can't do it. There's a bit of scrambling going on. Santos stays on the ball, loses it. Oh, and that's a dive. That's a dive. Oh, Santos is going to be like Batista after this game. Anyway, Santos on the ball. They don't fall for it. Elsinio in a dangerous position. Oh, he's lost it. Santos gets it back. And the ref... Is it a pen? Is it a pen or a free kick or what? What was that? Was that I don't know where he's pointing. But Santos has had enough of it, whatever it is. Ref's trying to discipline them and it just isn't working. He needs to start getting cards out. He's not done it all game. It's abysmal, to say the least. Meanwhile, it is still Orlando 0, Real Salt Lake 0. Despite them being an absolute pain in Salt Lake's neck. Santos... Oh, what? Is that a free kick? That's a throw. Real plays it back to Mark Mackenzie. 2 minutes remaining plus added time. And there should be a lot of it. This should be 5 minutes here because there's been a lot of time wasting. There's been a couple of key moments where players have been down for a significant amount of time. And it might be the lifeline that the Union need. But if they're going to just waste possession and knock it out of bounds like that, then it doesn't really matter how much longer is left on the clock because they're not going to get the ball in a position dangerous enough to do anything with it. Even a throw-in for Dallas is taking half an hour. It lands at the Union's feet, though, so serves them right, but all the players come together. It's heavy touches all round, and Dallas just doing anything they can to get it out of harm's way. And the final substitute, it is Matt Real coming off for Jack Elliott, so a chance for the young defender to maybe make an impact here. We know he's got some height to him. Just get him up there for a corner, let him get a noggin on it. Perhaps that could be the mindset here for Kirshen. He's already brought on Ilsinho. He's already brought on Fontana. Let's get some height in that box as well. It's probably what the motive is here. But he might need it at the other box because here come Dallas to try and put a nail in the coffin. And they've run all the way through the defence. It's a strike and oh, it's gone in. It's a wonderful goal. A truly, like, you can't. Oh, it's a substitute as well. Paxton Pomykal. And he has just sprinted all the way through the Union defence. The ticker tape flies in Dallas. It's about the only thing that we flying ticker tape for, but what a run. That was a solo goal from around the halfway line. Weaves it inside. Nice little touch. Picks the ball back up from his teammate. A nice dummy from the striker. Great finish. Pomykal just, he moves so well. Not much you can do. Not much you can do. Dallas just with a rare burst of energy. They've lacked it all second half. And they just come on and punish a complacent Union team. I think frustration got the better of the Union here today. And that may be the nail in the coffin, as Tim says in the live stream chat. It's 2-0. The Union's still going to try and fight to get back in this, but it may be just a little bit too late now. We can only hope that there are some very late fireworks here. Now the Union are trying to make a move. It's on the edge of the box. They've not scored all day, and it's a nice ball in, but it's still bobbing around, and it may go for a goal kick, I feel. Yeah. And a substitution now as Michael Barrios is going to come off, who has, well, given the Union problems all day long, mainly in the first half. Bit of a quieter second one. But my God, it is just not. Does anyone live in Dallas? I don't know. If you can watch it on, I think PHL 17 is on there. Or I'm not sure if Dallas are doing it. But if you're in Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Union is streaming it for free over their website as well. Ricardo Pepe comes on. Just get a run around here, the youngster. And with 3 minutes to go, you just feel the energy sap from the Union sideline so quickly. Now, can they do anything just to get a bit of like a redemption goal, a statement goal or something? Ball still comes flying back out. Montero turns it around. And again, it's just frustrating to watch. Searching ball into the box, far post. It's nowhere near. No, Gonzalez. Do you know what? I wouldn't have had the composure to not kick him. I'm not being funny. I wouldn't have had the composure to not kick him. So well done to every Union player there. That Gonzalez has done it a couple of times now. He's faked the rollout and then just picked it back up. It's toying, it's time wasting, it's a pain in the arse. I hate it. And it looks like FC Dallas are surely going to come away with all 3 points. Orlando ended 0-0 with Real Salt Lake, for anyone that is keeping tabs on that game. As for this one, it's likely going to be ending 2-0. Dallas still finding ways to time waste despite having a 2-0 lead in the most Dallas way you could possibly imagine. This time Anthony Fontana on the wrong end of the stick. And with under 60 seconds to go, it's just the slowness, it's the realization that it just hasn't been enough. Did FC Dallas control the game? Nah, I think in the first half, Chris, I'm not going to lie to you, they were the better team. I think the Union had a couple of nice counter-attacking spurts, but the Dallas couldn't finish. They couldn't finish. You had so many good opportunities to go 1-0 up. Some real clear-cut chances as well, and they went nowhere. Second half, they got a nice goal. Union went on counter all day long, and then they just kind of caught them on the break. Union sat back a bit, expecting Dallas to sit and wait, and a tremendous run by the substitute gave them that safety cushion and stripped them away. So it's a good win for Dallas. They've beaten, a playoff team in the Union. But for the Union, it's just nothing but frustration. And I have to look forward now, because at full time, they do drop the game. It's so annoying to lose in that fashion, and to know that after this, that the road doesn't exactly get easier. In a week's time, they face LAFC. Fireworks go off. The end of the road for Philadelphia here. They don't start their new season with a win. It's Dallas that snatch all 3 points. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the stream. Thank you so much for tuning in and sharing this. I wish it could have ended in a win. I wish Union were able to see this out. Unfortunately, they weren't. It is a 2-0 defeat to start the year. It's not ideal. We're going to have plenty of post-game coverage over at phillysportsnetwork.com and, of course, this YouTube channel. So make sure you stick around for that. If you're not subscribed, it'll be brilliant if you could. It would mean the absolute world to us if you could hit that big red button, or just leave a like on the video. From myself, Liam Jenkins, my Twitters are on that left-hand side there. Thank you for taking time out of your evening. To Tim and Jeff, our Union writers who've been in the chat all evening, you guys are the MVPs. I know we're all going to need a little cuddle after that one. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And I will see you all very, very soon for another Union watch-along here on Philly Sports Network. Take care, and we'll be with you again very soon as I work out where OBS has gone and how to stop the stream, because I may have lost it again. This happens sometimes. I found it. We're good. No worries, Chris. I appreciate you, man. Enjoy the rest of your season, and then we'll see you soon.